Now, my business is as healthy as our members.
A custom radio ad from iHeart Ad Builder is the fast, affordable way to drive customers to your business. Put the power of radio to work for you. Get started now at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
No one has the same taste as you.
You damn right.
From the music you love to the podcasts you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We still have a right lane blocked on the exit ramp northbound 95 to Donald Ross Road. 95 southbound, south of Gateway, a crash that could still be causing you a little bit of a slowdown right now. In Royal Palm, Jog Road, just north of Southern Boulevard, a crash that is causing some backups as well. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Hey, what do you guys want to listen to?
I'll turn on the radio.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're putting on a brand new show.
It is going to be so awesome.
Apparently you're some kind of psychic.
Dude, you're being very unballer right now.
I'm just trying to help you wake up, man.
Nobody asked you.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Can we get started? We haven't started.
Showtime.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse.
Yes.
Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, you're in The Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Might get a little chilly mode this weekend, so you might need maybe a sweater or a side piece to keep you warm. We got a lot going on for you. Always, every day, a full-packed day of entertainment and joy. 11:45, your chance to win tickets for South Florida Fair. And you get 13 chances a day to win $1,000. We need a $1,000 winner on Real Radio. Something fierce. So, guys, make it happen, and you'll win a G-Note. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning. Happy Little Friday.
That's right. It is Little Friday. I forgot all about
it. Is, yeah, I'm bringing it back in 2023.
Now, are you coming to work tomorrow, or are you leaving, or doing anything?
I'll be here.
Okay.
I didn't take the day off.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
No.
I'm hitting the road after work, but I'll definitely be here.
Now, where are you hitting the road to?
I'm going north.
Ew.
I know.
North of what?
I know. North of Jupiter, north of Port St. Lucie, north of Jacksonville, north of Gainesville, north of Valdosta, north of Macon.
Oof. How many people are going?
Where you going, Canada?
I'm going to Canada, yeah. How'd you know? My girlfriends and I are last minute decided let's take a road trip. So we're going to Athens, and
We're going for the parade.
Okay, I got a job for you.
Okay. The national championship parade.
Yep.
All
So
right.
we got our tickets.
Sounds like fun.
We got our tickets to the stadium, and they call it the dog walk. And stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it'll be a good time. Compliment. The tickets are free. You just had to wait in a queue to get them. They only had a limited amount. So this morning,
I see.
9 o'clock this morning,
Say
they
you
went. Yep, and I went and I sat there for 30 minutes and watched this little guy walk across my screen very slowly.
Wow. Was this Stetson Bennett?
Yes, it was. Yeah. So it should be fun. I'm excited.
It's gonna be great. Are you staying Saturday night?
I'll be with my sister. I'll be staying at her house Saturday night.
So you're not coming back till Sunday?
I'll be driving back Monday morning.
Oh, great!
Yeah, awesome!
Awesome, she's gone.
Woohoo!
I don't know.
I don't know. I know there's probably some people out there. They're like, yeah.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, I know it is.
I see the smoke.
So what I was thinking.
Oh no!
Is
What?
that I give you some money.
Okay.
And you put in some bets for us for the NFL playoffs.
Oh, okay.
And it's at the stadium, and then you could collect on the next day and bring home the money.
But it's not an NFL stadium.
I think they have sports betting. Well, they have sports betting in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so you find the place, and of
All
course
right.
you'll get paid for your time, and then the games will be Saturday night. You can cash it Sunday.
Okay. So
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. So I'll have to go to a stadium to do that. Is
No,
that where
I
they're
think they have
at?
sports books, and I'll look it in.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
look it
You
up.
do the research.
Yeah,
You look
yeah.
it up.
Good
And
luck
I'll
with
do
that.
it, right? And
I'll do it.
I'll
That ain't happening.
No, it'll happen. Anything with money, I'll find.
You look it up, and I'll do it for you.
Yeah, and of course I'll give you a taste if we win.
Yeah.
So you got to get what now? What time? You're leaving Friday night, so you'll be there Saturday. The game starts.
I'll be there
at
like
4:30.
1 in the morning, probably. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'll hit the road at like 4.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it should be a good time. And my husband wasn't. He was just like, I got a lot of stuff to do around the house, so he wasn't super gung ho. And luckily, I have 2 girlfriends who not even really fans, but they're just down. They're
girls
just,
trip.
They're just down for a good time.
Yeah, girls trip. All
Down
right.
for a good time. Who is it?
Well, it looks like it's you and me on Tuesday, buddy.
I'll be here.
She won't be back.
I'll be here.
Maybe
yeah.
Wednesday.
Well, but see, it would be different if I was drinking,
Well,
right?
there's that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I am not. So I would be probably like a long weekend of that. I'd be like, ugh.
So you'll be the one going to get bail.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yes. I know. My one girlfriend is like, is it okay if because she knows I'm not. And she was like, is it okay if I drink? I'm like, absolutely. I was like, we're hanging out in a sea of college kids. You think you drinking is going to be the one that's going to affect me? I was like, no.
I think it's a great week. Monday's a holiday.
Yeah, no, of course.
So, I mean, you don't have to get here super early.
Well, no, yeah, I know. And that's why it made that decision a bit easier.
Okay.
Because we really just truly decided this like a couple days ago.
Now, you taking your car or theirs?
I'm going to take my car.
All right.
Well, because it was my idea. I'm going to be like, hey, you guys want to come? You drive.
Well,
you
you got
drive
that-
9 hours.
You got a lot of room too in that SUV.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's nice.
So, what do you think it'll cost gas wise? $100?
Well,
200 bucks?
I just filled up this morning and it was a little over $60.
Oh, wow.
So I would say probably another maybe 3 times going there and back. So 180,
I have no idea what kind of mileage. What do you get, about 20 in that thing?
something like
I'll
that.
give you
22?
300 just so you're sure, because I don't want you to be pressured with gas.
Yeah, don't pressure yourself to come back. Was that it? Did I hear that right? Did I hear that? Hold on, let me
That
turn
wasn't it, Jimmy.
turn the headphones
Turn
up
them up a little bit.
Jimmy, I just want to let you know that I think over the weekend you got to start making some plans for your future, because
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
I'm out.
What's
No.
going on?
I guess I'm gone.
No,
I'm not
Jimmy-
coming back. You're
got-
gone.
First time you ever heard somebody get a pink slip over the air.
No, Jimmy helped me yesterday come up with a new theme for a movie, a new
Okay.
script.
Oh,
And I
really?
called a couple of people last night. There was one individual who listened, and he loves the theme.
Oh, did this happen on
Yeah.
the Greek Sound?
Yeah, he thought it was
But
just.
that's yours. It's not mine.
Yeah, but you got to get a piece. I mean, that's
Oh.
what it's about.
Oh, all
Everybody
right.
eats at the table. I like that.
Well, when we come back, can we hear about this new idea, or are you keeping it to yourself?
We don't
But you
wanna
talked
know.
about it on the Greek Zone.
Yeah, so it
It's
doesn't
already
matter.
out there.
Monroe.
So we changed our mind.
It's already there. You can listen to it on the podcast.
I believe that.
I didn't put it up.
Oh, did you? I was
That's
gonna
not the
say,
segment I put
Did
up.
you burn it?
Yeah. I believe in everybody who has something to do with it should get a nice tip. So I think if anything happens, and this guy was very intrigued last night. I talked to him about 45 minutes. He called him, and it was just something me and Jimmy and Richie were talking about. And going.
It was a brainstorm on the air.
Yeah. It was something that I came up with a script, and then these
All
guys
right.
jumped in. Richie's out. He's not getting.
He's out. What happened to Richie? Oh, poor guy.
He's on the show, but he's fine. And then we got
So
Monroe.
since he's already loaded, he's all right.
He doesn't need it.
All right, I'm intrigued.
And then we got Monroe's 10-year anniversary party. And boy, they wanted some pictures. And Franny looks unbelievable. You haven't changed.
Oh, we got to get back to this. I know that we have to go to a break, but we got to get back to this conversation. Greek is just so bad. He doesn't realize that he is giving you backhanded compliments is what it is. He doesn't realize that he's actually like putting you down.
I'm not putting you down.
When he thinks he's giving you a compliment. I've
been saying it for years, but
we will break.
Then I started getting thrown under the bus.
No. We will break it down exactly what he said, and I'll be like, I don't know if I took that as a compliment.
I'm not perfect.
Duh. Well, not with this stuff.
I'm a work in progress. If it comes from a good spot. And if it comes from a good spot, it's not a knock.
I'll break it down.
It is.
I'll break it down. I'll ask Jimmy's opinion.
We also have a situation where I found out something a friend did years ago was a felony that I didn't realize either. So we'll bring all that up and a lot more in the Penthouse. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
We did an underwear game where everyone swapped underwear. Jeffrey, did you put yours back on?
No. I'm going commando right now till the end of the show. I'm going to go home and do a complete change of clothes.
Why is that?
Yeah. So I don't get skid marks in my jeans, dude.
But you're going commando.
Did you put like a panty liner in your jeans?
Yeah, I lined them with a little bit of toilet paper.
Wait! You have toilet paper in your jeans
No.
right now?
Yeah.
He's lying.
You did not. Prove it.
If you have toilet paper in the crotch of your jeans right now, he'll give you $20 cash.
More like my butt crack. Right here. Oh my God! Why?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
Why do you buckle up when you get in your truck? Maybe you do it to get home safely to your loved ones, or because you take your job as a professional driver seriously, or because you want to follow the law to stay safe. Remember, it doesn't matter how long you've been driving, or even if it's a quick trip. Wear your seatbelt to stay safe on the road. Learn more at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. That's www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. And remember to buckle up when you get behind the wheel. Paid for by FMCSA.
This is the Piketon Massacre, Return to Pike County.
New details into what was uncovered at the gruesome crime scenes in Pike County.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
No Wagner family DNA was found at a crime scene.
Will he face the death penalty or will he walk free?
This case is about to blow wide open.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre Season 4. Trials begin on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Example 2022 Corolla LE, 36-month lease, 12K miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, includes new tag and first payment, no security deposit required, plus tax on approved credit.
It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood. Truckloads of 2023 Toyotas are arriving daily. So now we're selling all remaining Toyotas at our absolute lowest prices. Like a pre-owned 2021 Camry SE, not $32,000, $23,775. A pre-owned 2021 Corolla LE, not $24,000, $16,775. Or lease a new 2022 Toyota from just $149 a month. $149 a month. Or buy with zero down. It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Prices exclude tax tag, registration, and title. Offers include $8.99 dealer fee. Ends 1/15/23.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, it's Megan, and your friends may know your go-to drink, but my friends know what my go-to spirit is. It's Knox and Dunn Florida Rum, and it's changing the way people enjoy their favorite cocktails. That's because when they taste the delicious single-barrel rum, it's not what they expect. My bourbon people, they leave it in the decanter now, and my rum people, well, we just call them Knox and Dunn people now. So grab a bottle of Knox and Dunn Florida Rum at your favorite liquor store and understand what all the hype's about. Or go to knoxanddunn.com, visit the bottle shop, and have Knox and Dunn delivered right to your door. Plus, grab a recipe. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen K.
Bobby Bones here.
Hola, soy Enrique Santos.
Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music.
The best songs.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Getting ready for the weekend and the NFL playoffs. If you haven't heard, Miami Dolphins, Tua is out, and the line is up to 14 points.
Ooh.
And it should go even higher. So if you like Buffalo, you should have bet them a couple days ago. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's going on?
You guys can get involved with the show in a lot of different ways. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You can email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or you could text us. First put in Real Radio and then text 47143.
Nope.
All right.
Text at 47142 and then start the text off with Real Radio.
Close enough.
Whatever. Wrong number,
Who
wrong
cares?
order. Doesn't matter.
I know. Nobody cares.
Who cares?
No, nobody. Nobody cares.
We care. We care a lot. Are you kidding?
All right. Who cares? So,
Who cares? I don't even know you.
Yep, perfect. So before the show, G-Man was saying, because it is the 10th anniversary of Monroe's of Palm Beach, and they're having their big party this weekend. So it was probably, I think we figured it out like 10 years ago, Greek and I took a picture there.
First Super Bowl.
And it was for the first Super Bowl that they had over at Monroe's, their first party. And G asked, which was very polite of him, he was like, hey, is it okay if I send him a picture? And I didn't recall what picture it was. He was like, of us, and they're going to put it on the big screen during their anniversary or whatever, during the Super Bowl. Is it anniversary or Super Bowl?
Super Bowl Saturday night.
Okay.
I mean, excuse me, anniversary party.
Anniversary
Saturday.
party.
Yeah, you know, photos of the last 10 years.
Yeah, they're going to have like a slideshow,
Yeah,
right?
they asked me this morning, and I said, let me ask her. I don't want to
Okay.
send a picture without her permission.
No, of course.
I said I have a lot of me alone.
You can have all those. You don't need permission. I
As a
like
matter
to
of
look at
fact,
myself.
why do you even want this one?
I know, exactly, right?
You got these.
I'm like, let's just cut her out. So I was like, I don't know a picture. I was like, but what? Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal. And so I was like, well, let me see the picture. And he had it. And so he brings it in. And I was like, and I'm looking at it. I was like, oh my God, I was such a baby. And I just looked like young in it, right? Because it was 10 years ago. Right. And I was like, oh, I look like such a baby. And Greg's like, I don't think you look like a baby. He was, I think you look older. And then he goes,
Sounds about right.
You look the same.
No, and then he goes, he was like, you and I look like the same age. And I'm like 20 years younger than you. I was like, that was like such a backhanded compliment. It wasn't even a compliment in there.
The second part was kidding.
I can't even find the compliment. He was like, you don't look like a baby. You look old. And I'm like, oh, great.
Oh, okay,
he was like,
thank
you
wow,
look good.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He was like, you look good.
You look great, I said.
But yeah, and I was like, just stop right
Oh,
now.
yeah. Why do you leave that?
Stop while you're
Here comes
ahead.
John Deere.
Yeah.
Just keep digging that grave.
Why do you?
No, you did give me compliments after the fact. You did, but it's just
we
you're
call that backpedaling.
Exactly, because I was like, okay,
I said I've never seen a picture where you look bad. Did I not say that?
old maybe.
Old. My God.
It was fun. But it was you. Like I don't take offense to it because I just know that's how you roll. All the time. You're like, I always think she's older than what she like. She was like, I was shocked she was 30. I thought she was 50.
Yeah. No, his wife was nice. I was shocked.
Do you have that
I'm
drop?
stunned.
Oh my God.
And it's all tongue in cheek. Come on, people.
Okay,
I met his wife, and she was so nice. I was shocked.
I was shocked. Absolutely shocked that she was nice.
Oh man.
I meant shocked how nice she was.
No, we understand what you meant.
No, we know what you meant.
We're just trying to figure out why you were shocked that she was nice. That's the thing.
It is the Penthouse on a great Thursday. I'm glad you're riding with us. We're putting a smile on your face. We're going to come back with This Day in History, a trifecta, and then I got a new dating trend was reported by Yahoo, and it might be good for men. We'll be back. Peace.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What?
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly clear as we get going on this Thursday. Temperatures in the 50s as you head out the door. A couple of spots even dropping into the 40s, but we're all near 80 this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies. A south wind is pulling in that warmer air. Our next weather maker is a cold front that moves in tomorrow. It brings us some rain early in the morning and then colder air for the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike Cigar Lounge.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, 10-year anniversary party, Diamonds Are Forever. Make sure you stop by Monroe's 7 days a week, adult entertainment, upscale dining, full bar, full liquor, fully nude. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, January 14th, it's the Diamonds Are Forever. It's a 10-year anniversary party. I'll be in the house. Stop by and celebrate. Let's kick it off 2023 with Monroe's Diamonds Are Forever party. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/radio. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/radio. That's 4hims.com/radio for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/RADIO.
Big news. The 2024 election could be America's last one. That's the shocking conclusion of famed best-selling author David Horowitz. In his new book, The Final Battle, David Horowitz reveals a secret war underway in America. Democrats, woke culture, and a new generation are destroying our traditional culture and ending our freedoms. Horowitz says their plan is taking place in our schools, our churches, even in our military. This week, you need to watch David Horowitz on The Chris Salcedo Show as he reveals the real threat of Biden, Obama, the big media, and more. Horowitz names names. So tune in today to Newsmax for Chris Salcedo's special with David Horowitz. And make sure you get a copy of The Final Battle. Newsmax calls it the most important book of 2023. It's in bookstores everywhere. Or check out the free offer and save $28. Just go online to finalbattle611.com. That's finalbattle611.com to get your free copy today.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
95 looking good, accident-free now. Boca to Jupiter. That crash has been cleared away from the exit ramp to Donald Ross Road, so you should be good to go there now. And looking at the Turnpike, it's a similar story. We're not seeing any backups. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Start your year by taking care of one of your biggest investments, your vehicle. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in the comfort of your car for a quality Valvoline oil change in about 15 minutes. Save up to 50% at getyouroilchange.com.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Energy consumption is a primary contributor to a changing climate, producing around 27% of greenhouse gases in the United States. Save money and energy at home by turning off your computer completely before you go to bed. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. Community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Do I say the Greek or no?
Oh, yes, definitely.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are having a good day and getting ready for possibly a long weekend, a holiday weekend. Martin Luther King birthday is on Monday, and a lot of places are closed. So I hope you guys got some plans. Franny's got plans. She's going to Georgia for the parade for the Bulldogs. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Hello, good morning.
And it's time now for This Day in History and a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
Tampa Bay is playing the Cowboys on Monday night. There's two big streaks going. One's going to end. Tom Brady's 7-0 against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are 0-8 in their last playoff game. So we'll see what happens. The wise guys are all over Tampa Bay, saying that they think Dallas is going to lose Monday night in Tampa. Should be a great game. I'm sure it's going to be sold out. I know a couple of my friends are heading up there on Monday to check out the game, and they are big Tampa Bay fans. If they lose, it's going to be a long ride home. Dana White had a press conference yesterday about upcoming fights, but he did not shy away from his New Year's Eve situation. He did say it was a terrible night for me. Nobody should be rooting for me or trying to defend me in any shape or form. I was 100% wrong. Obviously, I think that's the thing you should be doing and saying. And he's one of these guys that, you know, when he gets a lot of publicity, there's no doubt, for what he's done with the boxing and everything else that he's done. And he's a loud guy. He really is. He likes the microphone. And now that it is a situation where it's against him, he is stepping up, and he is bringing it up in a press conference, which I think is good. And it was a terrible night for him. And you shouldn't put your hands on anybody in any shape or form. Also, the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing Sunday. That's right. They're showing up. They're taking on the Bills, -14, and the line is going up. Tua is out. So if you did like Buffalo, you should have bet them the last couple of days when they were 9 or 8 points. But now that is a big swing. Miami is now getting 14. I think by game time, it might be 15. And that is your first trifecta of the day. And we're going to hand it over to Jimmy right now for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Well, let's travel back to 250 years ago today. In 1773, the oldest public museum in the United States was established in colonial Charleston, South Carolina. 119 years ago today, in 1904, Henry Ford sets a land speed record of 91.37 miles per hour on the frozen surface of Michigan's Lake St. Clair. He was driving a four-wheel vehicle dubbed the 999 with a wooden chassis but no body or hood. 113 years ago today, in 1910, a couple from China became the youngest parents in history. The dad was 9 and the mother was 8.
Whoa.
65 years ago today, 1958, the NCAA adds the two-point conversion to football scoring. 57 years ago today, 1966, Adam West first donned his tight gray leotards when Batman premiered on ABC. Burt Ward played Robin, the boy wonder, and the Cape Crusaders fought crime for 3 seasons. 54 years ago today, 1969, today's the day it was made Greek. At the Orange Bowl in Miami, the New York Jets defeat the Baltimore Colts 16-7 in Super Bowl III, a result considered one of the biggest upsets in sports history. Days earlier, Jets quarterback Joe Namath guaranteed a victory by New York, an 18-point underdog.
That is amazing. It still is. I mean, after all these years.
52 years ago today, 1971, All in the Family premiered on CBS. 47 years ago today, 1976, murder mystery writer Agatha Christie passed away at the age of 85 of natural causes. Or did she? 42 years ago today, 1981, the original Dynasty premiered on ABC. It ran for 9 seasons and eventually got rebooted on the CW in 2017. 25 years ago today, 1998, Carlos Santana was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That year's other inductees included Fleetwood Mac, the Mamas and Papas, and the Eagles, a couple bands you might have heard of. 24 years ago today, 1999, Britney Spears released her debut album, Baby One More Time. 23 years ago today, in 2010, Haiti was devastated by a massive 7.0 magnitude earthquake. Oh boy, that thing was devastating. It drew an outpouring of support from around the globe, but the small nation has yet to fully recover. And finally, 18 years ago today, in 2005, the U.S. space probe Deep Impact was launched, and in July, it shot an 810-pound mass into the nucleus of the comet Tempel 1. In order to study its cometary structure. And an amazing coincidence, this is the same day that Franny launched her own probe and hasn't been seen since. And that's what happened on this wonderful day, January 12th, in our history.
All right. So I do have a text that came in. I have a few. Let's see. We had a couple people actually ask about the 10 o'clock keyword, which was Bills, B-I-L-S-S. And then Brett from Melbourne texted in at 47142. Said, listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Franny, Greek, and Jimothy. Congrats to the Bulldogs on another championship. I hear you and your friends are headed up for some Cougar action with some college studs.
Wow.
Have a great time on your trip. Can Jimothy have Greek's version of the 10 o'clock keyword spelling, please? And I think you mean when he did the keywords. And it says, thank you, money is on the dresser, is how he ends that text.
Yeah, these were the outtakes for when Greek did the keywords for one of the other stations in the building. And yes, I do have that. And Bill's was on here. So here we go.
Action. Do I say to Greek or no?
Oh, yes, Daddy.
1230 Gambler has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword on your website, cash, C-H. 1230 Gambler has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide. 1230 Gambler has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the enter it now on 1230thegambler.com. 1230 Gambler has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter it this nationwide. Wow. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bills. B-I-L-L-L-S.
There we go.
There it is. There it is, Brett. The very end of it.
That's almost as good as Xfinity.
Oh, man.
Xfinity was really good when I did that one. I went, wow. Man, sometimes I just don't understand how I got through life, to be honest with you. Hey, it's the Greek, and maybe you haven't heard, Directory has to come out with this most something called the deal. What the is this?
And with Xfinity Internet, you'll get reliable, fast internet speeds that will be all over. And with it.
Ow.
Oh, that makes my stomach.
Wow.
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 Just get the whole Cooper and Gabato.
Nice.
So 2023 is here, and Yahoo was reporting on some new dating things that are going to be happening this year that they believe. And one of the things is where the women will be more aggressive and go up to the guy and ask him out.
All right.
What do you think of that?
I think it's already happening. It's been happening for a while. I think that it is becoming more common, yeah. Before, it's just that old school mentality. The man approaches the woman, right? Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. But I think that a lot of women are a bit more ballsy. I actually even think that, it didn't happen right away. And I know this sounds silly, but with Samantha on Sex and the City, she kind of put it out there where, like, I'm gonna take my love life into my own hands and be an aggressive woman. I think a lot of people appreciated that.
Well, don't you think also in her role was more like I'm going to be a hoochie mama and bang everybody? Who cares what people think? Because that was what was her thing too. Like guys can sleep with 100 girls.
Well, and that's what she was like. I'm gonna act like a man, basically, is what she was doing. Yeah,
which isn't right. What do you think it is, Jimmy?
Only guys can act like men.
What do you think it is? Would you be? You find that flattering?
It's been around for a while. I mean, this doesn't seem new to me. I mean, maybe they're calling it new. Maybe there's certain articles that say, well, they're even going to be more aggressive and more upfront and more firsthand where they're doing it, making the approach. And if it happens more, hey, fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think gender has anything to do with who should ask who out first. It's not important to me. And of course it's flattering if somebody comes up to you and asks you, that says that they like you and they would like to pursue something. I mean, obviously if there's somebody that you don't particularly care for, I mean, it may not be the greatest thing, but I think the overall idea is that it is a compliment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If you guys have an opinion on this, 877-927-6969. So if the girl asks you out and you say yes, who pays for their first dinner?
Well, see, that's where my chauvinist side comes out, and I still kind of think that, if it were me, I would.
I don't think that's chauvinist. I think that's just, I mean, an old school mentality. That's kind of, like chivalry's not dead kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do understand how some people may say, well, she initiated it. Maybe she should pay for it.
Yeah. But I think the guy should still pay, no matter what. Remember who's chasing who at the end of the day. It might start out one way, but it always ends up the other way. 877-927-6969. If you have an opinion on this, let us know. This is a new trend. And they were also saying in the article where people are going to be a lot more budget conscious of what they're doing. Might go back to just have a coffee, maybe meet someplace, not traditional
That's
dinner.
the trend right now. Yeah.
And I think it's also, yes, it's budget friendly, but it's also like I don't have to commit that much time with this person just in case we don't connect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
smart.
a big thing. Yeah. Because you might not connect with the person. And you don't want to feel like you're stuck there a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then also, if you feel like, you have dinner with somebody, you don't want to just eat and leave. You might feel bad about that, if they take you to a place. You don't want to be like, all right, I got to go, see ya, because the person's going to definitely feel bad. But yeah, these are some new trends that are out there that they say are going to happen if you're in the dating scene. If you're not, screw it. Don't worry about it.
So, G, you do have a lot of energy, and you drink coffee, but other than that, you really don't take anything to give you that extra oomph throughout the day. And I know, Jimmy, you're a coffee person. You drink coffee, right? You're a coffee person.
Oh, yeah. I drink a lot of coffee. Probably too much, really.
Me too. Between that and my energy drinks, I probably need to back off. But would you say that you have enough energy? Would you pick more energy throughout the day over more sex or more sleep?
No.
You and I.
That is such a Greek answer.
I know.
No.
Oh my God. Yep. Oh my God. It makes sense though, because you need more sleep. You don't sleep very well, and I don't know if you need more sex, but you're probably fine in that boat. I don't know.
There's not much left
in the tank.
Yeah.
Franny, would you like a black T-shirt or a white one? Yes.
That means I want both, Jimmy. That means I want both.
She asked you a question. I said no.
What about you, Jimmy?
Energy. I'd rather have energy.
More energy over those two, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I think my energy levels are great now. And I've been working with Beginning New Med Spa, and they really have helped out. So I have good energy levels. My sleep is solid, but I do have those inconveniences, I call them.
You have a couple
during my sleep cycle.
And that's not you, though.
And it's not. So I think if I could get just a nice, peaceful, not waking up at all kind of thing,
you'd be fine.
I think I might take that. Yeah.
Oh, so you would be
over more, because I think my energy levels are fine.
Okay.
I do, but it looks like that over half of Americans say yes, and this is ages 18 to 54, that they would rather have more energy, and this is both men and women, than they would sleep or sex.
You can't throw money in there. If you threw money in there, that would be right out. It's the third thing. Like they'd be like, no way. So people want more energy over sex and love.
And they say a lot of it, the reason why many people are exhausted could be related to their eating habits. It's not necessarily, it's not necessarily that lack of sleep. They're saying that like 60% say they skip breakfast on a busy day, and that can definitely, get you.
Sure.
Yep, you've just hit a wall.
Most people do.
Mid-afternoon.
Yeah, most people I don't think have great eating habits where you have 3 meals a day.
And people don't realize that can affect your energy.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. If you miss breakfast and then like maybe 12, 1 o'clock, you're so hungry, you get a headache or you get the shakes or you're like, oh, I got to have something. Even dinner at night, sometimes people don't have dinner. I mean, I can't say any of it because there's every meal I've missed. Sometimes I miss breakfast. Sometimes I miss lunch. Sometimes I miss dinner.
You never have a solid 3?
No, I don't. Jimmy, how about you? Would you say you do? Would you have a solid 3?
No.
Yeah.
I almost never have breakfast ever.
Yeah.
And,
I never
I
really see you eat here, Jimmy. I really don't. I mean, just
well,
your soup.
My soup. That's my lunch.
Yeah.
So I have a cup of soup and then I eat dinner.
Yeah.
When I get home.
So would you say you hit all 3?
Which, being the nutrition coach that I am, it's very
terrible.
bad.
It's absolutely terrible.
I want to get mad at you, but I can't because you're too nice. Just kidding.
No, I want to change that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this past week, I've been trying to have a little something in the morning. So
even if it's a little something, even if it's just a banana. I mean,
well, that's what I had.
Yeah.
My wife had gotten the mini ones, right? The little mini ones. I didn't even realize they existed. She had so I had one of those, and then like this morning, I had a little bit of. There's these like half bagels. They're not like a full bagel, but like a half bagel type thing, and I just put a little bit of peanut butter, not a lot, just a little something to have in the morning. I'm trying to do that because again, to have more energy.
Yeah,
it's kind of a coincidence that you bring this article up because I'm trying to address that.
Now, would you say you hit all 3?
I hit all 3, and I have snacks in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what six times
I'm
a day.
constantly
You should
grazing.
eat. Yeah.
But I do have my main meals. Yes.
So you would say out of us, 2/3 are not eating correctly.
Yes, I would say that.
So when you see these stats, it's pretty much a mirror of that. Where I think a lot of people just don't eat, and a lot of people.
And a lot of people are afraid of food. They're afraid if they eat it that they're going to gain weight, and that's not necessarily true. It's what you eat. It's how much you eat. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are missing meals, make sure you eat all 3. It could help you in the long run. 877-927-6969. Jimmy, you have something on hold?
Yeah, we do. We got Jim on the line. Hey, Jim, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, gang.
Hey, Jim.
What's up, bub?
Hey, quick success story on the lady asking the guy out.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, my wife. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary, and I had back then I had just gotten out of a really bad relationship, and I wanted nothing to do with anyone or anything. She was doing an internship at where I was working at, a very large pink hotel south of us.
Okay.
And one evening, she had a friend that told me that she was kind of somewhat interested in me. I worked at the front and wore a uniform and a hat. And she'd always look at me, and I was just kind of like, just kind of blew it off. I just wasn't ready to jump into anything. Well, one night she walks past me, and she slips a note into my pocket. She just literally walks up to me and just puts a note in my pocket, and she just continues on. I look at it, and it says, "Meet me for a drink tonight, patio bar down south of us." And it said, "Yes, no." And she said, and it said at the bottom, "I'll be back in about 5 minutes." And I put yes. And long story short, we met for a drink, and we just celebrated our 30th. And we've been together for 34.
Wow.
That's a great story.
That is a fantastic
We got a
story.
beautiful son and stuff. And she paid for it that night, too.
Wow. You sound like a real gentleman.
Well, she said, I was ready to do it. I was ready to pay. And she said, "You know what? I asked you out. This is my deal. If it works, it works. If not," and she played hard to get, even though she came on pretty kind of like, I didn't know what to think. And at first I was kind of like, just not so sure about this. And so something just said, "You know what? She's the one."
That's great.
And so here we are.
Yeah, she was ahead of her time.
Well, I was going to say, that's 30 years ago. That was a little different.
It was, but
it's awesome.
That's great.
Now, were you attracted to her when she used to see her, like walk by? I knew you said you came out of a bad relationship, but did you, find her maybe somewhat attractive?
Yeah, I did. Because
okay.
What she was doing with her internship, she was working, and she was helping babysit part-time for some extra money when she was finishing her college. And she was babysitting for a lady that I worked with. And she was the one that told me, she said, "Hey, that girl that babysits my kids, she really thinks you're cute. And then I really hadn't paid much attention, because I was just kind of like, I'm just not ready to do anything with anybody right now.
It's understandable.
So I started looking at her in a different light, and I was like, you know what? She is pretty darn cute. And when she did that, I was just kind of like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And so, yeah, I got to say, I probably was. Yeah, I was. Still am. She's still.
Well, I hope so. You're with her 30 years.
Yeah.
34 total.
God bless.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Now, did you ask her out on the next date? Like after the first, did you say, hey, now I want to have dinner with you? Or was that mutual? Or how did that happen?
Yeah, after it was kind of a mutual thing because we, that night we had a really good time and we went back to work and we just kind of, a while went by and we would see each other almost daily basis, but we wouldn't have a lot of time to talk because she would just, she'd be running by and run, here and there. And so one about a week later, I said, hey, do you want to go see a movie? And she was like, absolutely. Let me know. I'm this is blah, 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 blah. So we went to a movie and dang it. You know what? She tested me this we were talking about this and she tested me and asked me if I remember the dang name of the movie and she really put me on the spot.
Do you remember the name?
And you know what? It was a Kevin Bacon movie and it was about a relationship and oh gosh darn man, I can't think of the name of it. But I got that much right, and she was like, "Oh man, I can't even believe you." I don't even remember what it was. But
was he a newscaster in the movie?
A relationship. It was like a relationship kind of movie. We went to it. So
the newscaster, she's having a baby, right?
I remember he did something where it was two of them, and he was a newscaster in the morning and fell in love with his co-host, Kevin Bacon, years ago. I don't know if that was a movie.
That's it.
That's a movie?
Greek. That's it. Greek. That's it, man.
Isn't it? He said, she said.
Movie. Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm not Googling anything. I'm just a big Kevin Bacon fan.
Love Kevin Bacon.
I got put on the. Yeah.
Looks like Sharon Stone was in that.
I thought about that in 30. What's that?
Sharon Stone, Elizabeth Perkins.
Elizabeth Perkins, I remember her.
Yeah.
Oh, Elizabeth Perkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was he said, she said, something like that.
30 years later, she put me on the spot in front of some friends like recently about. I bet you don't remember the name of that movie.
You should have said, I remember you had on a blue dress and you looked stunning that night. She would never remember that.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
But, you think that, but girls remember what they wear when they meet somebody.
I'm sure, but you got to come back with something. But at least now you know the movie if she ever asks you again.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I got to remember that for sure.
Well, that's a great story. Thank you, first of all, for listening to Real Radio. And I'm happy you guys are still in love 34 years later.
Awesome.
Something special.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Peace.
Have a good day. Thank you very much for what you do.
Oh, that's such a nice story.
It is. I love love. That's a great story.
Here's one. You should have left.
Is that one of Kevin Bacon's movies?
Yeah. 2020.
Great story. Thanks for always getting involved with the show. There's many ways, and you guys know them how. Franny, what do we got coming up in Florida Stories?
Well, I have a very sad situation. I'll let you know that happened right here on our Florida coast, but it's rare too. Then we have a story about, well, of course, we have some Miami Heat, the arena, the name. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So I will talk about that. And then a guy who did something drastic over a crack pipe. I'll fill you in with all the details when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly clear as we get going on this Thursday. Temperatures in the 50s as you head out the door. A couple of spots even dropping into the 40s, but we're all near 80 this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies. A south wind is pulling in that warmer air. Our next weather maker is a cold front that moves in tomorrow. It brings us some rain early in the morning and then colder air for the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices. For families in poverty, they're facing malnutrition and even death. You can feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Hey, what's going on? It's Franny. And in 2023, I think the motto should be a new year, a new you. And you can do that at Begin Anew. I'm a poet, right? Well, I don't just speak about it, I take action. So Begin Anew Med Spa, Jupiter's luxury med spa, was one of the first places I went to kick off the new year. Not only do I love going there because their staff just puts a smile on my face, but I leave there always feeling more confident. I went and had my third session of laser hair removal, and they just got a new machine, which cut down my session time and is super effective. And I re-upped on my peptides. They help me staying leaner and toned and energized throughout the day. I highly recommend doing their Optimal Wellness program. This is a total body wellness program that they customize specifically to you after reviewing your extensive lab work that is provided at Begin Anew. And right now, it's $0 with qualified insurance. That is a savings of $399. You can see what I'm talking about and check out all of their January specials at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $899. Save $200. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? As the #1 audio company in America, we can help you grow your business at a fraction of the cost. Get started today by visiting iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. If you're looking to delight your friends and family with delicious foods, then Joseph is the place. Fresh meats, produce, prepared food, catering, bakery, pizza, seafood, it's all under one roof. And 4 great locations: Boca Raton, Delray Beach, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. I don't start any day without going to Joseph Classic Market, where all great meals begin.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 looking good, accident-free now. Boca to Jupiter. That crash has been cleared away from the exit ramp to Donald Ross Road, so you should be good to go there now. And looking at the Turnpike, it's a similar story. We're not seeing any backups. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Speaking of movie scripts, have Greek and Jimmy considered the movie script that I sent over? Greek plays a down-and-out gambler, and Jimmy plays a pizza delivery guy. And Greek comes to the door, Jimmy's got the pizza, and Greek says, I just lost a bunch of money on this game. I can't pay for the pizza. And Jimmy says, I know where you can pay. I'm going to be the producer, director, fluffer, and set designer that's going to take place in my living room. I think this could be Oscar-worthy, guys.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm in.
I like it.
We are going to have to discuss money. To pay for the pizza, that is. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Supposed to be some nice weather today and tomorrow, but it's going to get cold this weekend. So get ready for Monroe's 10-year anniversary party because you might need an extra sweater. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
And Francis is here.
That's like the perfect place to get body heat. That's what you do over there at Monroe's. Who needs a sweater, right?
Greek's going to be there.
Just get a little friction to cause some heat.
Hello.
I can't. Oh, my God. I'm canceling my therapy session.
Okay, perfect.
Let's do some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida?
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. I did before I left work, but there was an orca, a 21 feet long, this orca was, weighing about 5,000 pounds, washed up yesterday in Palm Coast near Jungle Hut Park. So this is an extremely rare occurrence. So the whale did beach itself. Unfortunately, it did die. The FWC and people from SeaWorld went there directly, and they're looking into where the orca came from and why it did, beach itself and die. The NOAA officials, they're saying that there's no record of a stranded killer whale ever being found in Florida or anywhere in the southeast U.S. So this is extremely rare. And I don't know if you've also seen that there is an endangered whale called the right whale.
Okay.
And there have been a ton of people spotting it off the Treasure Coast. First pictures I saw were like Hutchinson Island area and then down at Palm Beach off of our coast over here. And there's a lot of people taking pictures. It's a mama and its calf and the baby. And so if you do see it, because they are endangered, there's only 350 of them in the world. Oh. That's it. So they say, I guess by law, you have to stay minimum 500 feet away from them. So don't go if you see them, because there's been a lot of spottings. I've seen it all over social media and the news. Don't go over and try to pet them. Yeah, because it is illegal. But yeah, this whole killer whale orca thing is very, very weird. As I mentioned, they do not have any record of them being over here on our coast. So sad pictures. If you saw that, there was video that was up. It did break my heart. And then, yes, FTX Arena no longer. That is where the
Thank God.
Miami Heats play basketball. I guess now they're just going to call it, what, the Heat Arena, Miami Arena, until somebody does it. But yeah, there was issues with it, but it looks like downtown Miami, that arena where the Heat play, is officially nameless. A federal bankruptcy judge ended the naming rights deals between Miami-Dade County and that failed crypto exchange FTX. They also say that means any further reference of the FTX name will be removed from the arena, even though it took them so long to put it up there. Remember, they were like, it took forever.
Now they get it done, and then the guy goes bankrupt.
Yep.
Well, they're probably so happy, though, they don't have any association with it.
And then a Florida man was arrested in Opelika after he beat up a dude with a brick. That sounds
painful.
Very painful. Well, the victim said he refused and told the guy's name is Urkel. That's what we're going to call him. I guess Urkel came up to the victim and asked him if he could hit from his crack pipe. He was like, you mind if I have a hit from that dude? And the victim was like, yeah.
Don't bogart that thing.
Don't bogart that thing.
And the victim told Urkel, he was like, no. Do you think they call him Urkel because he looks like Urkel from, was it Family Matters? Is it Family Matters? Family Matters?
I believe.
Do you remember
that's
Urkel?
it. Yep.
No, I remember Urkel, but I don't remember the show.
Had the floodwater pants and the suspenders.
Glasses.
Yeah, I don't have a picture of this guy. I got to see.
Wasn't that on, I thought it was a different show. No, it wasn't What's Happening.
I thought it was Family Matters.
Oh, you're probably right.
And it was like the time Full House and stuff like that came on Friday nights. Yeah. So TGIF. But yeah, so Urkel later identified as Tony Harris. I guess when the victim was like, no, you can't hit my crack pipe. Well, he was like, well, then I'm going to break your crack pipe if you don't give it to me.
Ooh, he's mad.
They said that Urkel then hit the guy in the face with a brick, causing him to stumble and suffer a fractured nose.
Did he drop the pipe?
There was a bit of a scuffle, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Urkel took the victim's jacket and grabbed a brick. The man told police that Urkel threw one of the bricks, which hit him in the back of the head. That sounds painful.
Oh.
He said he ran towards a nearby intersection and tripped after his feet began to hurt. He said that he caught up, finally Urkel did, to the guy and hit him more times in the head.
Jeez.
He said he was able to get away, ran to a nearby apartment complex where he was later taken to the hospital for treatment. He will be okay, but they did catch up to Urkel, a.k.a. Harris, and now he is being held without bond on charges of felony battery and armed robbery with a weapon. And, God, I have one more that I have to say because it's weird. All right. I know we're short on time, but
take your time.
Yes. There is a Florida woman, Newport Richie, who is accused of leaving a bag behind at a Walmart. So according to the arrest affidavit, Karen Broadmerkel was captured on surveillance video dropping a zippered Paw Patrol bag. You don't know what Paw Patrol? If you have kids, you're probably like, I know what Paw Patrol is. It's a cartoon.
Okay.
The kids love it.
Yeah.
So she dropped her bag in the pet food aisle. Well, when she was like leaning over to look at items on the shelf, the bag fell. So she called the store and told the staff that she was coming back to retrieve the bag. I guess she didn't realize she lost it, right? So the sheriff's office was asked to respond to the store to inspect the abandoned property is what they call it. Well, when deputies did inspect it, they found a container in there with multiple plastic bags of white powdery substance, 2 containers with an unknown substance, a glass pipe, aluminum foil, a metal, and a plastic straw. They said there was razor blades, lighters, scissors, all kinds of things in there. Yep. Well, she denied owning the bag or anything inside of it, even though she called and said, hey, can I have my bag back?
Okay, my bag
it's
back.
the one with Paw Patrol on it. Then when the cops are there, she's like, not my bag.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know what you're talking about. Well, it looks like the powder in the bag was fentanyl. It did test positive for fentanyl. The other items in the bag were submitted for testing. And they were like, woman, we know it's your bag. We have you on surveillance. She called about it. So she was booked into the Pinellas County Jail. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. We always appreciate those stories you guys give them to us. We put them in a blender and send them back to you. What a straw. We're going to come back. Don't forget, 11:45, your chance to win tickets to South Florida Fair. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
We did an underwear game where everyone swapped underwear. Jeffrey, did you put yours back on?
No, I'm going commando right now till the end of the show. I'm going to go home and do a complete change of clothes.
Why is that?
Yeah. So I don't get skid marks in my jeans, dude.
But you're going commando.
Did you put like a panty liner in your jeans?
Yeah, I lined them with a little bit of toilet paper.
Wait! You have toilet paper in your jeans
No.
right now?
Yeah.
He's lying.
You
20
did
bucks.
not. Prove it.
If you have toilet paper in the crotch of your jeans right now, he'll give you $20 cash.
More like my butt crack. Right here. Oh my God! Why?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices. For families in poverty, they're facing malnutrition and even death. You can feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just text the word radio to 97646.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, it's Megan, and your friends may know your go-to drink, but my friends know what my go-to spirit is. It's Knox & Dunn Florida Rum, and it's changing the way people enjoy their favorite cocktails. That's because when they taste the delicious single-barrel rum, it's not what they expect. My bourbon people, they leave it in the decanter now, and my rum people, well, we just call them Knox & Dunn people now. So grab a bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum at your favorite liquor store and understand what all the hype's about. Or go to knoxanddunn.com, visit the bottle shop, and have Knox & Dunn delivered right to your door. Plus, grab a recipe. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIMO.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, downtown Boca. You're going to love this place. Great humidor, great ambiance, and a great patio. And it's a good place to watch the games as we get ready for that big game in Rihanna. Make sure you stop down to Strikes any day of the week. They're open, and Greek's Gridiron will be there again in January. It's 2023, baby. Light up with a great cigar and be a winner at Strike Cigar Lounge. Peace.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
95 looking good, accident-free now. Boca to Jupiter. That crash has been cleared away from the exit ramp to Donald Ross Road, so you should be good to go there now. And looking at the Turnpike, it's a similar story. We're not seeing any backups. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by SRGExpress.com. Use the experts on hiring for accounting roles. Visit SRGExpress.com to connect with the accounting workforce pros. The specialized recruiting group takes an individual approach, placing people in contract and full-time roles. SRGExpress.com.
And now for today's Roblox winter weather alert. iHeartland on Roblox has been walloped by a winter snowstorm. It is a winter wonderland. You can now ice skate at State Farm Park. In State Farm Neighborhood, you can compete in snowball fights, grab a hot cocoa and cookies, and more. There's also special events from your favorite artists. winter weather at iHeartland on Roblox. Head to iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland today.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Hey, Franny, I think you need a vacation away from Greek. You just misspelled bills as well. B-I-L-S-S. Don't believe me? Look it up.
Hey, Penthouse, you guys are talking about nutrition. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I've tracked what food does to your blood sugar for a very long time. You see, like at construction sites, after lunchtime, guys get really tired because the amount of carbs they've eaten at lunch goes so high that your body's natural reaction is to release insulin and for you to fall asleep. So the most important thing is to track the serving size of the carbs you're eating. Box of cereal, 3/4 of a cup. Pasta, 1 cup.
You heard it, ladies. The new trend is to contact the guys for dates. So hit me up. Franny's got my phone number from the text line, and Jimmy's got my email. I'm expecting a call from Charisse any second now. Any second. Any second now. My phone on mute.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
So funny.
You still waiting?
You never know. You never know. Charisse is back with her boyfriend, so that's why she won't call. But if she was single, she'd be all over you, AJ.
All over.
Say to me, she'd be like butter on toast.
Yes.
She's back with her boyfriend?
Why not rice?
That's what
Yes.
she told me.
Which one?
The one, the one.
The one.
The one.
The one she's marrying. This is very serious.
I don't know. I'm not out. I'm not privileged.
I don't.
Do the info.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
All right.
AJ, keep swinging, baby. You never know. Shooters got to shoot. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hi, what's up? And yes, I got a text from Matt from Port St. Lucie too, telling me that he was like, you need to get away from Greek for a little bit. He was like, you're spelling pills incorrect. I'm like, oh, you're right.
If things happen,
right.
I knew. I didn't want to point it out.
Oh, really?
Not important.
Okay.
Jimmy's got some big information that I want about tea bags.
Here it is.
Your favorite.
No, it's not. This is matter of fact, this is going to be very bad news for you, Greek.
Uh-oh. No more tea bags for you.
no more tea bags.
How am I going to pay my rent?
As we know.
I don't
I'm drinking my hot tea, which I have every day. And I'm into tea now, so if anybody wants to give me a tea bag.
Australia's favorite scientist has revealed a shocking fact about one of the country's favorite beverages, and of course, Greeks. Many of us love nothing better than to relax with a nice hot cup of tea, but now Dr. K revealed that there are DNA traces of up to 400 insects that can be found in every tea bag.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. DNA of insects?
Well, people start eating insects, right? Like, that's like the future.
Well, that's coming up. This
Right?
is known as an environmental DNA and can be left by something as simple as when an insect bites a tea leaf. He said this DNA is usually fairly fragile and can be destroyed by ultraviolet light, or it can be washed away by rain. He said, however, it can survive if conditions are dark and dry, like the inside of a tea bag. So what does this mean for tea drinkers? Firstly, there have been just as what Franny is saying, there's been a push for people to eat insects instead of meat, and maybe we as tea drinkers are part of that push, he said. Secondly, tea fields are a hive of biodiverse tea. Social media users were shocked, with many saying they would switch to loose leaf tea instead. Another reason not to drink tea, one person said as well. So I don't know. What are you going to do now, Greek?
I don't know. I still like a tea bag.
I'm drinking my hot tea, which I have every day. And I'm into tea now, so if anybody wants to give me a tea bag.
So the bugs aren't going to stop you from getting tea bags?
I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
It depends what time of the month it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't, if I knew there was insects, I wouldn't want tea. That would bother
Well,
me.
I mean, he's telling you that I guess the majority of it does, yeah.
In Australia. They didn't find it in Boca yet.
Not the Boca tea.
yeah. That Australian tea.
Got it.
Full of bugs.
Yep.
Boca's got Botox in it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's something that you got to be aware of. Check into it. I don't know. But tea did become popular. I hate when you order a tea and they ask you, like, what kind. They got 13, different kind. I don't know. Just give me a friggin' tea.
Yeah, that's a typical Greek. Here, we want to give you what you want, but I don't know.
I just want the Lipton.
Give me a friggin' tea.
I just want the Lipton kind.
What do you bother me for?
Yeah. But there are restaurants, especially the higher end ones, that will come with the tea case and open it up for you and present it to you. And you pick.
They put the tea right in your face. They're like, what do you want? Want to pick one? You pick one.
I don't know. Just give me a bag. Hurry up. Better hurry.
I gotta go.
I got places to go.
What do you think? I got all night? I got big tea bags?
AJ's waiting for me. I gotta pay him off.
No, I don't know if I ever, because they say that's the future, right? Eating bugs. I don't know. I have had bugs before. It was like during a bit on one of our older morning shows that were here. And, And when I was doing sales at the time, they had the sales girls come in. And so I did eat, and it was not terrible because it was like dehydrated and they put like barbecue dust on it. So it tastes like a barbecue Frito.
Yeah,
You're
very adventurous.
It didn't taste bad, but it's not like, now I'm going to go get a bag of those and that's what I'm going to snack on. So I just can't, I can't see that happening. Would you be opposed to eating bugs? If they're like, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is what you have.
I'll be a screw. I'm not going to be around long anyway. So.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to eat a bug? I don't want to eat a bug. I mean, if I didn't know and I ate one, it's fine. But if they told me, I just
If you ate it and you didn't know what it was and it was delicious, but then you found out what it was, would you not eat it anymore?
Well, if it was delicious, then I would probably have it again.
Okay.
But going in, if I knew, it would bother me.
Well, I know a lot of people, it's mental. Even if they taste it and it tastes good, and then you're like, this is what you ate. Then they're like, ugh, that was disgusting. It really is mental for a lot of people.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss sometimes. I don't know.
I have that with seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like, the tuna that you gave me a piece of the one time when we were out together at one of the company functions, and I had a piece of it, and it tasted really good. If I know it going into it, though, I won't eat it.
Yeah, but you did know.
It's weird. It's weird, but I liked it.
You were feeling adventurous. You did know. You asked me what I got, and I told you I got the seared tuna, and you're like, do you mind if I try it? I'm like, absolutely. And you liked it.
Well, it was, that was just me trying to be open-minded, but I wouldn't order it in the future just because, again, I got that mental block for some reason on seafood.
Yeah, I think a lot of people go through that when you don't know something. I mean, you take it in or whatever. You're drinking this, or what was that commercial? You're soaking your hands in dishwashing liquid or Palmolive. Remember that years ago? No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. What a stretch. Remember that time that we landed on the moon? Because I like lemon in my water.
I do like lemon in my water. Everybody knows that.
Every day. I'm into tea now, so if anybody wants to give me a tea bag.
It is what it is, people. The rent's due. You got to pay it somehow. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with a trifecta. 11:45. Your chance to win South Florida Fair tickets. Who doesn't want that? Peace.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's a Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. Your shot to score $1,000 is coming up at 5 past the hour on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, 10-year anniversary party, Diamonds Are Forever. Make sure you stop by Monroe's 7 days a week, adult entertainment, upscale dining, full bar, full liquor, fully nude. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, January 14th, it's the Diamonds Are Forever. It's a 10-year anniversary party. I'll be in the house. Stop by and celebrate. Let's kick it off 2023 with Monroe's Diamonds Are Forever party. Peace.
Why do you buckle up when you get in your truck? Maybe you do it to get home safely to your loved ones, or because you take your job as a professional driver seriously. or because you want to follow the law to stay safe. Remember, it doesn't matter how long you've been driving, or even if it's a quick trip. Wear your seatbelt to stay safe on the road. Learn more at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. That's www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. And remember to buckle up when you get behind the wheel. Paid for by FMCSA.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
We could talk about how complicated other banks make it to redeem credit card rewards. Or we could talk about how with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Let me count the ways. Your case will be handled by your lawyer, a paralegal, and a case manager who's always in the office for you when your lawyer's in court. There's also a 24-hour hotline if you ever have a question or a problem. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. Lots of people hired us. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
95 looking good, accident-free now. Boca to Jupiter. That crash has been cleared away from the exit ramp to Donald Ross Road, so you should be good to go there now. And looking at the turnpike, it's a similar story. We're not seeing any backups. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by
Radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for listening to Real Radio 92.1. Don't forget, after us, it's the News Junkies, and then it is the Greek Zone, and then Nightcap is Lex and Terry. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, the NFL season is over, but the playoffs are here, and some people love Wild Card Weekend, and that is where we're at right now. Cowboys in Tampa Monday night, last game of the weekend, and there's going to be a streak that's going to end. Tom Brady 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys have lost their last 8 playoff games, I believe. So one of those streaks is going to end. Will Tom win again? and the Cowboys are favored by a few points. Dana White had a press conference yesterday. He did talk about his situation New Year's Eve where he put his hands on his wife. He said it was a terrible night, a bad situation, and nobody should be making excuses for him, and that's what he needs to do. Maybe he should also get some counseling, get his temper under control. That could also help Mr. White. And the Miami Dolphins are playing Sunday without Tua, and there is a lot of talk, more and more, that is Tua done with the Dolphins. Yesterday, there was a lot of chatter about it, and even this morning, could his career be over? And that the Dolphins this summer should definitely look for a quarterback. The Bills are minus 14 from DraftKings, and I think it's on its way up. I do believe by Sunday at 1 o'clock, that line could be 15 or 16. Buffalo is the heavy favorite. You never know what can happen. Greater things have happened, but that would be a huge, huge victory for the Dolphins. And that is your trifecta in mid-morning. Peace.
Now, I'm sure by now we've all heard of FOMO, right? The fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a new term that we're using, and we are Americans, and this is something that's kind of trending on social media, but it's FOSY, F-O-S-Y, or FOSY, however you want to say it. And I've heard of people, I actually had a girlfriend a couple years ago who said this is the year of the yes, because she was so used to saying no all the time to plans and certain things. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna be more open-minded and more positive, and I'm gonna say yes more than I'm gonna say no to certain situations, right? That she would typically, like if people asked her to go out or vacation, she'd be like, no, no, no. But I guess this is a thing. So it stands for fear of saying yes. And this has nothing to do with being proposed to or whatever. But yeah, a lot of Americans have dealt with this when they have decided against doing something that they actually really did want to do. But the reason being, most of them say financially, they have financial concerns, and that's why they're afraid to say yes. Some are also say just a lack of confidence when it comes to certain things. So it kind of sounds like the opposite of the fear of missing out, right? Because it's you could be doing it, you're just not.
Yeah, if you don't want to miss out, you will say yes.
Because you don't have the confidence to say yes, or you don't have the money to do a certain something that people are asking you to do, which I totally understand.
Yeah, money I could see. If you don't have the money, you have to say no. You don't have a choice, because then you might have your friends or family say, hey, I got it, and then a lot of people feel like I'm not going to have a good time if I know somebody else is paying for me. So I want to enjoy myself. But the fear of saying yes, yeah, I could see people having that and having to change. I mean, but like you said, you got to be open-minded, and sometimes you don't want to put yourself first.
And I don't know necessarily if it's a fear, but believe me, there have been plenty of times where our friends have invited us on vacation, and we have a few friends that have a lot more money than we do. And my husband and I, when they tell us how much the trips are or whatever they're doing, we have no problem saying nope. Too much money for us. Like and that's the thing. Like, and believe me, we wish we could go, but it's not like. And when they go, it's one of those. Oh man, they look like they're having a good time. But we're not devastated by it, because we know in reality, if we did make it happen, we would probably be in debt, and we don't want to be in that kind of situation.
Yeah, that's a financial thing, though. I mean,
but a lot of this is financial.
Yeah, and it's also being mature, knowing, hey, I can't do this. It's nice, but you know what? I just can't do it. I can't afford it. And why do you? I mean, if you got to go on vacation and then you got to come back and worry about it, paying it. That's not I think that would bother you too. As a person, you'd be like, oh man, I got to pay this off for the next 10 months or 11 months. And suppose you go on vacation, go in debt, and you don't have a good time. I almost said a different word. That would
really suck.
Yeah, that would really be bad. Let us know if you guys have this situation or it goes through your mind. 877-927-6969. What is it called? FOSY?
Fear of saying yes.
I kind of thought a little bit of it too when I was reading that same article was also it's one of those things where you can be emboldened to say yes to things that you might have said no to in the past, like trying bugs or trying something new to eat or trying a new hobby that you've never tried before, or saying, hey, all right, maybe I will go out with that person that I wasn't so sure on, and or maybe I'll go skydiving and get over my fear of heights or something like that, right? There's that too, that aspect of it, because financial burdens put you into a spot where you have to say no, like Greek said, and unfortunately that can be a problem that way. But I kind of took it this way as, hey, let's say yes to some things that we normally wouldn't have in the past.
New experiences, right? Yeah. Yep. And that's what they say when you take on these new experiences. Like, don't be afraid to say yes, because you grow in courage and develop personal resilience. You also increase your confidence, self-esteem. So sometimes it's not bad to say yes.
Even in the bedroom. Maybe
just say yes.
Just say yes. Eric.
Of course, if it's consensual, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Brush his tongue.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you have this fear, FOSY, let us know. And if you feel like you've ever been put in that situation where you're like, I'm afraid to say yes.
Well, how about this one? Here's another one, another syndrome that seems to be out there, and something that people are saying good or bad about. Is this a legitimate way to go through life? Or does it just show that you're privileged? I don't think it's necessarily that. I don't like the way they wrote that up. A new term called lucky girl syndrome has been trending. It's when you assume everything will work out in your favor and people claim it somehow causes good things to come your way. So it's that age-old thing. Really, they're saying that this is new, but it's sort of that age-old thing of if you put out positive vibes, positive things will happen to you.
What was it? The Secret? What, was that book that was so popular for a long time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think what you just said, Jimmy, I think anytime you talk to anybody who's any kind of a therapist or a life coach, they always say that. Like, be positive. Don't say your life sucks.
The general idea is that good things will happen if you tell yourself everything always works out for you. I don't know if always is. I mean, nothing is always going to happen, and nothing's 100%. And that in some mystical way, the deck is stacked in your favor. But the key is you have to really start to believe that it's true. Someone pointed out that it's a rehashing of something called the law of assumption, as we talked about. The guy came up within the 60s. If you assume something's true, it eventually manifests itself and becomes reality. It's also similar to the law of attraction made famous by The Secret in 2006. Some people aren't fans, though. They say it's just delusional and a form of toxic positivity.
Well, you can
Sounds like Greek.
Yeah, you can see it either way. Yeah, I mean, again, if you believe in yourself, it does help, I think. If you say, my life sucks, I'm not going anywhere, it's a little bit defeatist, and you wake up in the morning, that's a tough thing to overcome. Obviously for a lot of people, but like I said, anybody, therapists, coaches, they always say that, say positive things will happen. And some people feel it's true, and some people feel it's malarkey.
I just think that it's a good way to go through life.
Sure.
Is to look at things on a more positive aspect. And I understand bad things happen.
Sure.
Flat tires, your car breaks down, things happen that's
Sickness.
very bad. You lose your job. Financial devastation at times. I'm not saying that these things don't happen, but when you're always down and you're always negative, I dealt with people like that in my life, and honestly, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how people go through life that way, and it just seems so like I would be. Why do you want to be miserable? And that's what it feels like. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. That's what it seems like to me. Anyway, I don't know. But then again,
I know people like that.
Maybe then again, sometimes I can probably be that over-positive guy that people don't like because, geez, always so happy, always so this, and always so that. And it's not. I mean, I have my bad times as well, but I try not to dwell on it.
Well, it's also your mental state where you are as an individual in your life. And that's the most important thing. If you believe in good things, you're confident, you believe in yourself, that's the most important. Every day, it's you. I mean, you're going to dictate. If you're out there and you're doing your thing and you're saying, hey, things are going to be okay, that's good. I mean, we call it the Tom Brady syndrome with my friends.
And I understand not everybody's life is a bed of roses. I do understand that. But when you wake up every morning, you have the decision to be a positive, happy person or miserable. And I know, like, sometimes, listen, we, like Jimmy said, we all have bad days, but you can turn that day around. And I know sometimes it sounds more difficult than what it is, but it's always a choice.
Yeah.
Choose to be happy, or you just choose.
And it's what's going on in your life, too. Financially, your relationships,
and that's what
your
I'm saying.
job.
There are things that can happen. You can lose a loved one.
Yeah,
you can lose your job. I do understand
Yeah, health
that.
is the most important thing, or losing somebody, God forbid, like you said, a loved one who passes away. Those are real issues. Other things are inconvenient. My dad was always a big advocate of that. You got inconvenience, you don't have problems. Problems when you have sickness or health.
But I'm talking about when you have no inconveniences and you still wake up just angry all the time.
Yeah. Well, because
and even at that, though, I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it.
Sure.
I'll put something out there. I've sort of behind it, but last year my dad got cancer. Now, immediately people would think 2022, worst year sucked. It was terrible. Cancer, C word, blah, blah, blah. He beat it. He's in remission.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier. To me, it was a good year.
Yep.
But that's because I choose to look at it from that standpoint rather than the negative of, what it could be.
Yeah.
Well, he's in good
and
shape,
I'm
too.
happy,
Which
you
helps.
know,
Yeah,
so-
I mean, that's the whole thing. When somebody's doing good and you say, okay, they're doing good and they're on the road to recover, it makes you feel
But
different.
some people wouldn't be like, and I guess, to each their own. you
Yeah,
know.
because the result is good. Remember that. If the result wasn't good, then you feel like, you know what? This sort of sucks. Like when my dad died, how it died, I felt, that was a bad break. Something happened where he was at that I really felt was not fair, but I had to deal with it. You have no choice. You can't win. But I think it's your mind, like you said. If you feel things are going to be okay, they're going to be okay. And you try to laugh. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, try to laugh during the day, laugh at yourself, and just try to have a good time. You know where you're going to have a good time? At the South Florida Fair. That's right. We're going to give you a chance to win tickets right now. Pick up the phone, 877-927-6969. If you jumped ahead, guess what? You're screwed. You got to go back. Jimmy just zipped out the phone lines. We're going to start this over. It's going to be He Said, She Said. It's a game that Jimmy made up and discovered and invented. He did it all, and it's a great game. People always come up to me when I'm out and say they play along, even if they're not in the contest. He'll say a quote, and then you have to decide, was it Francis or was it Greek? 877-927-6969. That is the number to call, and you guys can get involved.
I'm excited. I know the fair kicks off on Friday.
Are you going?
Yeah. Well, I'll be there the 18th, I do believe.
Cool.
So, yeah, that is next Wednesday, January 18th from 6 to 8. It should be a good time.
Oh, I'm going 6 to 8 next
Are
Wednesday.
you? What?
Oh, my God, you're going to be there?
That's how they have their bike nights.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, so they have like a motorcycle parade. It's going to be really cool. I think I'm actually going to hop on the back of a motorcycle too. So it
I'm
should-
supposed to too.
Are
Oh
you?
my
But
God, I'm
look
looking
at
for a
this.
guy on a
What
bike.
a coincidence.
Oh my God, some fried food. I can't believe it. Can't wait to get over to the fair. Wednesday 18th. Let me write it down. 6 to 8. You're going to be there. 6 to 8.
No, it should be a good time. Well, and that's who was here because I was like, yesterday, Mo and Sally and Curtis from Cool 105.5 Mornings,
Yeah.
they were doing some wine tasting. And the gentleman that was out there, and I was like, man, you're a pusher, because when I walked out after they were done, he was like, do you want to sample some wines? And I was like, thank you so much for the offer, but I'm not drinking. I was like, I'm doing dry January. And he was like, well, I have a red wine that's very dry. And I was like, not that kind of dry January.
Man, you're really trying to close this
Oh
deal.
my goodness, yeah. And then he was like, well, I also have a tequila. And I was like, well, tequila is my spirit. I love tequila. And he was like, well, here, have some. I was like, sir, I'm not drinking. And he gave me, it was, so they were like shots in a full thing, but it was sealed.
Yeah.
So he gave me one and he was like, all right, well, February, when you start drinking, he was like, take that home with you. So it was very nice. But they're actually the ones who are going to, I told you they're doing like the wine pairings a couple nights.
Oh,
a
at the
week.
fair?
Yeah, at the fair. So they were representing the fair, and they're going to be ones doing the pairings.
Oh, that's
so,
nice.
Yeah, very cool.
All right. So South Florida Fair, people, if you want to go, I know everybody wants to go. It's something that I make sure I do every year when I'm down here. I really enjoy it, and I love the fried food. Jimmy,
Right. Wow. Welcome to the show, kids.
I'll be there.
All right, let's give away a 6-pack of tickets to said South Florida Fair, and we're starting with Eric. Eric, welcome to the Penthouse.
How you doing?
We're doing good, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Greek.
Happy New Year, by the way, and God bless. Hope you have a great year and a healthy one.
Oh, thank you very much. Do the same.
All right. How long you been listening to Real Radio?
About 12 years.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice run you got going there, buddy. You big fan of the fair?
Yes, sir.
Like the food, the rides, the contest? What do you like?
All of it.
All right. Well,
Good
let's see if
answer.
we can get you set up with a 6-pack of tickets to the South Florida Fair. That's going on starting tomorrow through the 29th at the South Florida Fairgrounds. And we're going to play a little game called He Said, She Said. I'm going to read you a quote, Eric. And you got to let us know whether Greek said this quote or Franny said this quote. And here is your quote. Get the monster in your mouth and have a good afternoon. Get the monster in your mouth and have a good afternoon. Did Greek say that or did Franny say that?
I'm going to say Greek said that.
That's right.
Nice job.
Greek said that, and this is what it sounded like.
Get the monster in your mouth and have a good afternoon.
And let me tell you, I did have a good afternoon.
Did you?
Yes, I did. It was fantastic.
Oh, G-Man thought I said it. He pointed at me. He was like, that was definitely Franny. Congratulations, Eric.
Nice job, Eric. Now, if you would, hang tight. I'm going to get back with you when we go to break, and I'm going to get a little more info from you. We'll get you set up with those tickets. Okay, buddy?
Okay. No
Excellent.
doubt.
Do you know what day you're going to go so Greek can be there with you?
Not probably. I don't know. Probably Saturday.
I work Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn it.
Son of a gun.
And then I got to go to New York Prime.
Sorry about that, Eric. Yeah, and Prime, and then Monroe's, and then Strikes, and darn it.
Joseph.
Had it all worked out. All right, well, maybe next time, Eric. Maybe next year. All right, buddy, I'm going to put you on hold. We'll get you set up.
Next year. That's a good thing about South Florida Fair. It comes here once a year. So if you miss this year,
how about that?
So if you
how about that?
So if you miss it this year, you go
once a year.
You go next year. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like the Honda Classic.
My ass is going next year.
I'll be there this year, Wednesday night, 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's biker night, and Franny's going to be there. Now, you're going to be there representing Gator?
Yes, I am.
All right, so I'll make sure I'll wear my T-shirt, and I'll be ready to go.
Perfect.
Wear your assless chaps, too.
It might be a little cold.
It won't, trust me.
877-927-6969. How much would it cost you to wear Adless chaps?
I'll pay.
Jimmy will pay. My God, I can't believe it. Playoff weekend this weekend. Jimmy, do you think Buffalo will blow out the Dolphins by more than 15?
No, I do not. I still think that it's going to be a semi-close game. If I was a betting man, I would take the Dolphins and the points, but I do believe the Bills are going to win. I think it's going to be very emotional, and that emotion can sometimes help you and sometimes hurt you. I thought that they were going to have a blowout last weekend because they got good news from DeMar Hamlin. Mm-hmm. As far as him recovering and being able to talk to the team. He was still in the Cincinnati hospital at the time, but I thought that they were going to blow out the Patriots. Clearly, that did not happen. I mean, they had a pretty decisive win, but it wasn't, there was still always that chance. Yeah. Then again, that might be the pessimist in me as far as watching the Bills play, but I don't see a blowout. No, they're a division team, and they play each other. Both games this year were very close, so I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but doesn't mean it won't happen. Obviously, anything can happen, but I don't know. I just don't think so. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what the DraftKings odds makers are saying, but never know.
One thing Josh Allen has done is that you pointed out, and I think if he corrects it, it will be a bad night for Miami, bad afternoon, is he's made a lot of mistakes in the red zone.
Yeah.
A lot of picks. Mm-hmm. And you said that 6 weeks ago, and they were showing a thing last night of every game, 1, 2, and because they would have turned into at least 3 points a lot of times. Close ones. Like I said, the red zone, 15-yard. Last week with the Patriots, it happened. I think if he corrects that, then I think Miami, it's going to be tough. If Miami pulls it off, it'd be amazing.
You notice he didn't run nearly as much, too, against the Patriots. They didn't have him run. And then when I say run, I mean schemed runs, not your scramble.
Yeah.
And again, the one Achilles that Buffalo's been having this year, at least in the second half of the season, for the most part that I've seen a lot, is their defense lets up the run. So if Miami can get their running game going, they might be able to get some offense and again at least keeping it close.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're gonna have to watch the game. Obviously, it's Sunday. I can't see it at all unless Miami totally plays different. Because last week against the Jets, they played bad.
It's a shame that Tua's not playing. I mean, that's a big deal. I do project the Bills to win too. I think they.
Doesn't that seem weird though? I mean, it seems like so. All I hear is bad things about Tua, but then I hear how it would be a completely different game if Tua was playing. Well, doesn't that seem kind of odd? I mean, I think it's more.
My narrative's never been bad about Tua.
No,
but
not you. But that's like the normal, right? That's what a lot of people. So, and I think it's more reflective though of
the backup,
Skylar, Thompson, Skylar Thompson. I believe.
That's what it is.
Probably more that.
Of course, you're right because he played so bad.
People aren't like just throw the damn ball. He holds on to it for too long. But I think that most of the narrative and a lot of people that I know who are even Dolphins fans are a bit worried about this game.
Oh, you have to
be.
They have so many injuries. The running back's out, too. He broke his thumb. So, I mean, they do have a lot of issues. And it's tough to play in Buffalo. I don't care what it is. It's the Bills Mafia. It's a great...
What are the experts, and Jimmy, and I know you're one, too, who are they saying that they predict to be in the Super Bowl?
The AFC, I mean, most people said, we talked about this yesterday in the Greek, so Cincinnati, Buffalo, or the Chiefs.
Okay.
Pretty much narrowed down to that, right?
Yeah. I mean, not that the other teams can't do it. In the NFC, people are saying Philadelphia, San Francisco, and probably Dallas.
Okay.
Those are the three that you hear a lot of. If you're saying experts, what they pick.
Yeah.
But then
there's
one.
You yesterday predicted the 49ers and Kansas City. Was that it, I believe? I predicted Cincinnati and the 49ers. So we're pretty close. I mean, both on the 49ers. Dallas, I mean, if they get hot, they have so many weapons. That's the thing. Like, they can get hot, but they're very up and down. They're very streaky. You just don't know.
Most people don't think they're going to win Monday night. They think it's over. I mean, they just do it. Brady will do it again, and they'll beat him, and he'll continue his streak. And the thing with your pick, Cincinnati, that it might be better is because Cincinnati owns Kansas City.
Yeah.
Beat them 3 times in a row.
And they're going into the postseason hot. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they're just putting up points left and right. So, I mean, that's the thing. And their defense is playing well, too. I mean, just all in all, I think they're even a little bit better in Kansas City.
Yeah. They could be. They have the longest winning streak going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It's always going to be exciting, and obviously you'll hear a lot about it on our show, The Locker Room. You guys could always get involved and have your opinion who's going to win.
Speaking of winning, how about winning $1,000 coming up on the other side of this very short break? You're going to get another keyword, and that is going to give you a shot at $1,000. Go to realradio921.com. A little window is going to pop right up for you, so you can be ready for when you get that keyword, and you can enter it right there, and it's that simple. You don't have to do anything else. It's so easy to do. And if you get a phone call from a 513 area code or possibly says an unknown caller, pick that up. That could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000. Got some fun facts coming up for Annie?
I do. You know, I like to base them around the holidays. So I'm going to let you kind of ponder on this because there's a few fun holidays. It's going to be about one of these.
Ooh.
Today is Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day.
Well.
International Kiss
That's easy.
International Kiss a Ginger Day. National Hot Tea Day, G-Man. Or stick to your New Year's resolution day. It's going to be about one of those. You'll figure it out when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
We're everywhere you need to be. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, downtown Boca. You're going to love this place. Great humidor, great ambiance, and a great patio. And it's a good place to watch the games as we get ready for that big game in Rihanna. Make sure you stop down to Strikes any day of the week. They're open, and Greek's Gridiron will be there again in January. It's 2023, baby. Light up with a great cigar and be a winner at Strike Cigar Lounge. Peace!
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $899. Save $200. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Make a New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Help protect your identity and finances with LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock detects identity threats you may miss on your own. And if you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream or start and stop flow? Millions of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, an enlargement of the prostate. If you have these symptoms, you may qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study, a clinical study to evaluate a new treatment for BPH. If you qualify, you may receive reimbursement for time and travel. Previously, patients have had to sort through options that involved burning or cutting prostate tissue, taking medication that brought on other symptoms, or just dealing with the discomfort. The Butterfly is a minimally invasive procedure that does not involve any burning or cutting of the tissue and can be done in less than 10 minutes. Find out if you qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study. Call 561-232-3024. 561-232-3024. That's 561-232-3024. Investigational device limited by federal law to investigational use.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on the Thursday of the first full week. If you're acting a little sluggish today, maybe like, oh man, first full week. Got one more day. We could do it. We'll do it together on the Penthouse. And don't forget, after us, it's the News Junkies, the Greek Zone, and then Lex and Terry. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Francis.
Hi, good afternoon.
And when you want fun, there's nobody that's more fun than Francis. It's a Fun Fact Thursday.
It's Fanny's Fun Facts. So I did mention today's holidays, and I love this one. I've never heard of Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. What do you think you do to celebrate that? It's observed today.
I got an idea.
Please do tell.
Bang a lot of guys.
Let's see, because it always tells you. As far as we can tell, it is a day for feasting one's eyes on hunky, good-looking men.
Yeah.
Men who are both fabulous, being classy and refined and wild, being unrestrained, rugged, and free.
Maybe the fire department gets a lot of calls today.
There should be no shame in starring today because it's a holiday, or staring today because it's a holiday.
Nice.
Yes. I'm not doing stuff about hunky men.
Keeping my eyes on Carmine all day.
Oh, God. Carmine, is he the best we got?
Oh, Carmine's a good-looking dude. And
in a snowstorm.
You're terrible.
I love Carmine.
So
I don't find him attractive. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You don't have to find him attractive. But today is, I know. It is Stick to Your New Year's Resolution Day.
New Year's.
Uh-huh. So we're almost 2 weeks into the new year, and people are starting to break the goals they made. At this point in the year, about a third of people have already broken their resolutions. And the claim is it'll only go downhill from here. Don't let it go downhill. Be dedicated.
Maybe if you don't put it out there, you won't even know you're quitting your New Year's resolution.
So don't make one?
Well,
Bingo.
Well, they talk about yesterday, I didn't get to an article where they said people should have monthly goals as opposed to yearly because it puts more pressure on them, especially when it comes to exercise, drinking, and, dieting. They said those are the three common things where people just, go month by month. Like, hey, I did January or I did February. Because a lot of times people feel pressure when it's like that.
All right, I get it. The Babylonians actually were the first ones to make the first New Year's resolution, and that was about 4,000 years ago.
Those Babylonians are always at it.
And they babbled it all over.
They sure did. They told everybody.
That's why.
Babble.
They told everybody. They're always ahead of their time.
No wonder it didn't work out.
So you think this is a big thing, but only they say 38.5% of U.S. adults set New Year's resolutions.
I never have.
Age predicts one's likelihood of having at least one resolution, with younger adults being most likely a group to have such goals. So the younger group are the ones who typically make more of the resolutions.
I had one every year. I would say I hope my goal was to make $1 more than I made the last year. I don't know if that's the New Year's resolution, but that was a goal.
Why not? It's a goal. Resolutions can be goals, right? Right? But yeah, when it comes to resolutions, we're going to talk about it. Exercise, 48% of people. Health-related resolutions do cover the top three. They really do. We've heard this year, and I even saw in the state of Florida, mental health was like on the top of the list for resolutions, was handling their mental health. 43% of people expect to fail before February. And almost one out of four quit within the first week of setting their New Year's resolution.
I gotta want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's a positive energy we put out there. We were just talking about.
Yeah, but you take this and you say, you know what? I'm not going to be a statistic.
That's right.
That's what you do. You fight against it.
I mean, you look at the thing with mental health. 10 years ago, you didn't even hear it. You really didn't. It didn't come out of anybody's mouth. There was no articles about it. It wasn't on the internet. And then obviously in the last 10 years, it's really grown because people do realize the situation that's it can affect you. But you never heard about it before. You just didn't.
Nope. And the the reason why people do quit or fail at the resolutions, the top one on there is just the loss of motivation.
Yep.
Just kind of giving up, being too busy. Life happens.
Yeah.
And changing their goals or priorities. So maybe you did set one resolution. You're like, you know what? That's not really realistic. I'm going to do something else. And so you quit the original one. They say the main reason why people fail is timing of New Year's resolutions. While people want to achieve change, they have yet to be ready to fully commit.
Well,
that's with anything. You're right. Anything in life.
You have to be ready yourself to say, hey, I'm going to stop whatever it is. It's a nice thing and maybe get excited about it, but you got to want to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. And they even say successful individuals reported more stimulus control and willpower. And also the ones who are successful at it are likely to experience 14 slip-ups during a 2-year interval, but they still have the ability to bounce back from these setbacks. So even if you have a slip-up, you can still achieve it. You can still go back to it.
I think people get in the gym more not to lose weight sometimes, like you said, New Year's resolution, but sometimes people having affairs. They always talk about that. Somebody new in their life, they're like, I want to get in shape.
Oh, I thought you meant like they go to the gym to pick up somebody.
No.
Okay.
No. It's true. They say that the people, when they get involved with somebody new, they want to be in their top shape. They want to get back into shape.
I also hear when people break up.
Yeah.
Because they're back on the market.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. You gotta, like get in a car wash.
Mm-hmm. Either it's because they're back on the market or it's because they want to like make the person they're with be like, oh, look what you missed out on.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the gym and then walk through the car wash. So I buff up my biceps and then I got a nice wax on my ass.
Sounds hot to me.
I could get a dinner.
Buffed biceps and a waxed ass?
Yeah. I wax my ass and I buff myself.
We're going to pump
you up. It is all for a free dinner.
Hey, who doesn't want a free meal?
That's right. I think the expectations for people, and if you got to go in and you're thinking like, when am I going to break this? Like, when is this going to, fade out? It's not good. I talked to some girl I know the other day. She's a trainer, and she said she's already had she told me 50% of people in the first 2 weeks stop.
I feel, and that's just from me being at the gym multiple days a week for the past few years, I feel like this was not a top resolution, was people hitting the gym, which you see all the time, because I really did not notice much of a difference.
No, not this year.
No.
Well,
and I have in the past.
Yeah, so I have to.
Yeah.
It also, it's like gambling or stocks. If you keep starting to lose all times, you stop. Everybody has a different limit. So if every year you do it and you don't achieve it, you might say in your mind, I'm not doing that this year.
Well, they're not necessarily the same people each year.
No, I'm saying, but in your mind, you might say, I know a lot of people every year they say something in January. I'm going to stop betting. I'm going to stop drinking. And they don't do it. They don't make the first 2 weeks. They crap out. They just do it. For whatever reason. It's not bad, but they just do it. So sometimes you just feel like, and my one buddy I'm taking this from, he goes, I'm not saying it anymore because I never make it. Because I never go to gym on a consistent level. He goes, the last 5 years I've said it. He goes, and I stop in mid-January. I don't even make the Super Bowl. He goes, I stopped going to gym. He goes, I say I'm going to stop drinking. I don't make it. So he goes, I'm not going to even say it anymore. I'll just see what happens.
Well, there's no point.
Yeah.
Pick something else.
Yeah, you're right.
If you want to improve, if
Sure.
you feel the need to make a resolution and improve on something, just choose something else. You know your limitations are, and obviously he wants to keep gambling or drinking or whatever it is, and there's nothing wrong with it, as long as it doesn't get the better of him.
Of course. I think anything you do well in or succeed in, it gives you confidence that you can say, okay, I could do something else. If you put your mind to it. I mean, that's what it really comes down to it. Sometimes it also helps if you have a partner, who wants to do it with you. Maybe two of you go to gym.
Sure. It does help.
I think that.
And it could be a friend.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be somebody you're dating.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner.
No, it could be a friend. It could be two guys just going, hey, you know what? We're not betting this month.
At least not having the opposite around you, right? So if you're trying to diet and somebody's eating McDonald's in front of you every day, it makes it harder. If you're trying to quit smoking and somebody's smoking around you, it makes it harder. So
I found it harder as this season went on to not bet. I really did. I found it hard. The first year I didn't. This year was harder.
Now, could you pinpoint a reason why?
Yeah, more people were calling me.
Okay.
That's what Jimmy was saying.
There's more.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around
more.
Yeah,
I was getting more.
And I could even, in a weird, vague way, I understand that because I noticed it myself.
Yeah,
it seemed like it. There were more people around you. We were in more situations where betting was prevalent.
Yeah, and I was getting more text messages, more calls, more questions, more asked to do things, and it's just it's at times I was tempted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really was. But I think, like you said, the more you're around it, the harder it is. I don't care what it is. I mean, because you're just you're tempted. It's like sometimes I would say I'm not looking for something to buy, but then if I go to a mall, I might see something. If I didn't go in the mall, I would never see it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to buy it. But once I went into the mall at Christmas time, I think a lot of people did it.
Yeah.
You're shopping. I won't go in the mall now until next December. I really won't. There's nothing to buy or anything like that. But in December when I went, I saw things that I didn't need, but because I saw it, I'm like,
Well, just yesterday, you were talking to yourself saying that you needed to get a new pair of these Louis Vuitton shoes.
Yeah, I had to just killing time.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
No.
He was talking to himself, and he was like, "Oh, I need to go and get myself some of those Louis Vuitton shoes."
But that used to be your kryptonite. Was that you were bored, so you would go to the mall and go shopping.
You're right.
That was.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why. And he's 100% right. Out of boredom. I mean, a lot of things. You just say, well, I got nothing else to do. What do I do? I'm going to kill time. That'll kill 45 minutes, or that'll kill an hour.
And it killed 4,500 too.
Always.
45 minutes and
Easy.
4,500.
Easy.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's how you
people.
do it, kids.
That's how you do it.
Sorry, Freddie. We had totally hijacked the fun facts.
Oh no, I'm done.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I've been done.
These were fun too. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Having a good time. I hope you're having a good time too. Always appreciate you guys riding along with us. There's plenty of room in the back, and you know how to get to the front. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
We did an underwear game where everyone swapped underwear. Jeffrey, did you put yours back on?
No, I'm going commando right now till the end of the show. I'm going to go home and do a complete change of clothes.
Why is that?
So I don't get skid marks in my jeans, dude.
But you're going commando.
Did you put a panty liner in your jeans?
Yeah, I lined them with a little bit of toilet paper.
Wait! You have toilet paper in your jeans
No.
right now?
Yeah.
He's lying.
You
20
did
bucks.
not. Prove it.
If you have toilet paper in the crotch of your jeans right now, he'll give you $20 cash.
More like my butt crack. Right here. Oh my God! Why?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, 10-year anniversary party, Diamonds Are Forever. Make sure you stop by Monroe's 7 days a week, adult entertainment, upscale dining, full bar, full liquor, fully nude. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, January 14th, it's the Diamonds Are Forever. It's a 10-year anniversary party. I'll be in the house. Stop by and celebrate. Let's kick it off 2023 with Monroe's Diamonds Are Forever party. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
GiveMeTheVin.com is paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Make a New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Help protect your identity and finances with LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock detects identity threats you may miss on your own. And if you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com. Penthouse.com.
Hey, what's going on? It's Franny. And in 2023, I think the motto should be a new year, a new you. And you can do that at Begin Anew. I'm a poet, right? Well, I don't just speak about it, I take action. So Begin Anew Med Spa, Jupiter's luxury med spa, was one of the first places I went to kick off the new year. Not only do I love going there because their staff just puts a smile on my face, but I leave there always feeling more confident. I went and had my third session of laser hair removal, and they just got a new machine, which cut down my session time and is super effective. And I re-upped on my peptides. They help me staying leaner and toned and energized throughout the day. I highly recommend doing their Optimal Wellness program. This is a total body wellness program that they customize specifically to you after reviewing your extensive lab work that is provided at Begin Anew. And right now, it's $0 with qualified insurance. That is a savings of $399. You can see what I'm talking about and check out all of their January specials at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
If you're on 95 right now in Palm Beach County, you're looking good, right up to speed on the Belvedere Curve in West Palm. Heading into Palm Beach could be a little bit troublesome if you're in Deerfield, northbound 95, just south of Hillsborough Boulevard. There is a crash off to the shoulder, but it's getting busy there. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Only the free iHeartRadio app gives you access to everything you love, from the stations that keep you company, the music that keeps you singing along, to the podcasts that keep you entertained. Not to mention chances to win cash and once-in-a-lifetime artist experiences only on the app. And it's always 100% free. Only iHeartRadio gives you access to the music, radio, and podcasts you love. Download it for free in the App Store.
iHeartRadio.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, Greg, happy trouser pilot day. Oh.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Thank you for listening all the time to Real Radio. Kick off your mornings all the time with Rover and his crew. That's the way I start my day. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And I think we have somebody on hold.
We do. We have our good friend Sarah B. from Nashville checking in with us. Hey, Sarah, welcome to the Penthouse.
Well, thank you. Hey, Penthouse.
Hey,
so
Sarah.
You guys were talking about, people being positive versus being negative.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to call in.
What you got?
You guys know, because I've talked to you guys for years. You guys know I've been through some stuff in my life.
And you're always positive.
You're
You
always
are.
yeah.
I do. I try my best to. And then when I worked for one of the karaoke bars I worked for a couple of years ago, my boss was the other person. Never, ever, ever could say something positive. It was always, oh, my ex-wife this, or oh, my kids this, or like never, not even once. Like there was, and every day I would try. Be like, hey, what's up? Oh my God, today, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Did you quit because of it?
It does wear on you after a while.
No, I didn't quit because of him, but I did stop chit-chatting with him. I stopped trying to be his friend.
Oh, that's smart.
Because it was just so draining.
No, it can be. And I know
people like that just drain you.
Yeah. And I know, Jimmy, you brought it up. And I think that the older you get, the more you realize that you just don't want that negativity in your life.
You don't want
know,
it.
You
It just gets old.
It does.
It gets old.
It does. And it does. It wears out you. So you just want to, surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah. And I think for me, my thing is if it drains me, it can't be energizing to the person who's doing it. Like, I guess I just don't understand the mentality of people that do that. Or then there's also the people that will always try to elicit someone to ask them what's wrong.
Yeah. Well, some of it is a sympathy ploy for some people. It's a sales tactic for others, and for some people, they like living in misery, and it and if that's how they want to be, that's for them to deal with. But when it starts affecting you as the person that's in their life, then that's when you have to say, hey, okay, enough.
I'm out. Do something else.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So I put in my 2 cents.
You want to put in a nickel or just 2 cents?
Yeah, really. Cough up a buck, you cheap bastard.
Have you ever reached out to that guy since you left, your manager? No, he hit the lottery.
yeah, he hit the lottery.
I haven't heard from
Found
him.
a hot wife.
He won Mega Millions.
He's living on a beach somewhere now.
Yeah, he's in Mexico drinking tequila.
No, as far as I know, because the downtown Nashville community of employees, like everyone knows somebody within the community. So as far as I know, he's still doing the same thing.
Well, again, at least he's not in your life anymore. That's a good thing. Yeah. And
no, completely gone. Yeah, I don't have to see him, so that's a good thing.
All right. Well, you're going to be a big country star, and when you become a big country star, you keep your positive attitude.
I'm working on it.
You got to make it happen. We believe in this is your year, 2023.
Every year is my year, Greek.
Okay.
Atta girl.
That's good. That's a good attitude. That's a good way to be. Thank you for.
All right.
Nice. Atta girl. Well, thanks for the phone call,
Love you
Sarah.
guys. Talk
Always
to
a
you
pleasure
later.
to hear from you.
Bye, Sarah.
Great job.
So-
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
So there's this age-old question of who gets the middle armrest on an airplane. Should you recline your chair? Well, a flight attendant has taken to a social media platform and put in her 2 cents, and this is what she has to say about the situation.
If you are sitting in the middle, you get both armrests. Don't be that person who's sitting at the window, who gets the window plus this outer armrest and then takes the middle armrest. Middle gets middle armrest. If you're sitting at the window, you get to control the window panel. If you're not, unfortunately, you don't. They get to stay. You can ask nicely, but if they don't want to, they don't have to. If it's not takeoff or landing, you get to put your chair back. You paid for that seat. Airlines design it so you can lay your chair back, put your chair back so you're more comfortable.
And that's from a flight attendant. You know what else she said, too?
What else?
That if somebody puts their foot up on their chair behind you like that, then you should be rude. Well, not rude, but you should be forceful enough to say something about it, that they are obviously the ones that are wrong. If you want to be treated well by your flight attendants, she has more advice for you.
Being a flight attendant is exhausting. You're always in different time zones, waking up crazy hours, and dealing with angry customers. So I promise you, the next time you fly, if you want special treatment from the flight attendants, this is all you have to do. $5 Starbucks gift cards. It means the world to us when a customer gives us this. And if you don't have gift cards, you can just pick up some candy bars, lip balm, anything, and give them to your flight attendants. We will know where you're sitting, and we will know what you look like, and the whole crew will make sure you are taken care of.
See, you've been doing it right all these years, Greek. Just bribe everybody.
Right. I agree.
Grease the wheel and you get special treatment. There's a big surprise. Anybody?
No.
It works.
But even I've told you guys, my girlfriend does it all the time, whether it's a flight attendant or like the concierge or reception when you check into a hotel, front desk, at a hotel when checking in. She always brings little gifts, whether it be candy or something, like a box of chocolate, and she'll tell them to share it, and they always hook her up.
I'm sure.
Always
That's
do.
a very nice gesture.
Yeah, and she and this is knowing her for 20 years has been doing this every time I've been on trips with her and even on the airplane, and they will hook her up. They will give her extra booze for free. They will do things like that because
booze?
Yes, because the little nips, but because they don't get that often.
Nobody
Booze
does
and
it.
nips?
Yeah,
Nice. I'm going. Look out.
Nobody does that.
Starbucks cards, here we go.
I mean, actually goes out and bakes something and brings it. That's a very nice gesture. Family doesn't do that. People can't get a ride from the airport from somebody. I mean, so if somebody bakes you something, I'm sure you would feel like, wow, that's very nice. And cash always works too. Like
she's not baking them anything, but she'll pick up like a little box of chocolates or
So
something.
still, it's very nice. I mean, I think that's a very nice thing. You know, I mean, I read one article one time, the percentage of people who leave tips for the maids is a very small percentage in the hotels. Most
That
people
surprises me.
Yeah, most people don't. It's just not been, I think, in our society thrown out there as other, things for tips. Just like we talk about sometimes.
Sort of an out of sight, out of mind thing because you don't see necessarily the house cleaning come in each time.
I think that, and I also think that people just were never, it's just not something that's there. Just like when we talk about sometimes to-go food, like people pick it up and they walk out.
Yeah.
And the people feel like, hey, somebody prepared it.
Put it together.
And brought it.
I'm that douchebag.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't mean that. Even, I don't. I don't.
I tip a few bucks here and there.
Think that.
Yeah, I won't do as much as if I was sitting down having dinner, but I do tip even when I carry out. And it's been a long time. I know that your wife has cruised recently. It's been, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years since I have. But I do believe, because you're there for such a long, at least when we did it was over a week, but they have the shorter cruises. I want to say that they do have something there because you have your specific housekeeper to your room. It's not like they change up. And I want to say that they do have something that they do state, like that, to leave them a tip at the end of the trip.
Yeah, some places have little notes that you can leave something for whoever is cleaning your room. In hotels, they do something like that.
Like a little envelope or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't forget to take care of them, stuff like that.
I don't know if this is regular with cruises, but like with our cruise, we built a tip. Like they have a thing where you can build a tip right into the room. So we went ahead and did that now so that we know we can take care of that. More than likely, we'll probably still give something on top of it as well.
Just in case you forget.
But at least we did that much knowing that, I
one of the things that I never thought of, and just becoming friends with them, about 4 or 5 guys that are golf pros and tennis pros at the country clubs. I mean, they told me their tips. I was in shock. I mean, shocked.
Oh, no, really? You were surprised by that?
The amounts, yes. I thought they get tips, and they said they get tips all during the year, too, like when they're doing a lesson, because, somebody wants them to take care of them, help them with golf or tennis. But I was very surprised. I mean, I was like, wow.
That's one place that I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I just was.
Only because, I mean, it's a high-end used typically, right? I'm not talking about your, average public course, but like a golf, a private club, a country club, something like that. Yeah, because I mean, again, you're talking about people with
big money,
the 1%ers.
Yeah,
and that's what they do. I mean, we used to do that as a side hustle when we were kids. We'd hop on like the second hole or the 10th hole, depending on where we could sneak in through the woods, caddy, and
make good money.
The money you'd make doing that, because they just flip you all kinds of tips, which that's not a surprise, but the fact that if you go to, a country club versus just a public course.
How much money? Yeah. So speaking of, after your trifecta, I will bring up, there's this crazy robot. It's a golf robot. And what it can do is pretty incredible. I wonder if we're going to start seeing them on our courses down here.
All right.
It
is a Penthouse. We'll be back with a robot and more. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be.
I've been everywhere, man.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's the Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. Your shot to score $1,000 is coming up at 5 past the hour on Real Radio.
This is Mike Golick Jr. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
The Marlins have traded shortstop Miguel Rojas to the Dodgers for infield prospect Jacob Amaya. Rojas played the last 8 seasons with Miami. Heat center Dwayne Dedmon is out for tonight's game against Milwaukee. He's serving a 1-game suspension after a sideline tirade during Tuesday's win over the Thunder. And Malcolm in the Middle star Frankie Muniz is a full-time NASCAR driver, signing this week to race in the developmental Menard Series. I'm Scott Davidson.
Hey everyone, it's Mike Golick Jr. introducing my new podcast, Gojo, tackling sports, pop culture, and whatever else you can think of. Download and listen to the newest episode from my show, Gojo, the podcast with DraftKings, releasing daily, Monday through Friday, wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. If you're looking to delight your friends and family with delicious foods, then Joseph is the place. Fresh meats, produce, prepared food, catering, bakery, pizza, seafood, it's all under one roof. And 4 great locations: Boca Raton, Delray Beach, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. I don't start any day without going to Joseph Classic Market, where all great meals begin.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream or start and stop flow? Millions of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, an enlargement of the prostate. If you have these symptoms, you may qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study, a clinical study to evaluate a new treatment for BPH. If you qualify, you may receive reimbursement for time and travel. Previously, patients have had to sort through options that involved burning or cutting prostate tissue, taking medication that brought on other symptoms, or just dealing with the discomfort. The butterfly is a minimally invasive procedure that does not involve any burning or cutting of the tissue and can be done in less than 10 minutes. Find out if you qualify for the Butterfly BPH medical study. Call 561-232-3024. 561-232-3024. That's 561-232-3024. Investigational device limited by federal law to investigational use.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
If you're on 95 right now in Palm Beach County, you're looking good, right up to speed on the Belvedere Curve in West Palm. Heading into Palm Beach could be a little bit troublesome if you're in Deerfield, northbound 95, just south of Hillsborough Boulevard. There is a crash off to the shoulder, but it's getting busy there. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell Technologies provides growing businesses with tools to do incredible things because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice, Technologies Advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, this is Granny. So, Greek, you like to go eat the food at county fairs? Well, why don't you come over to my house and I'll spread my funnel cake for you, honey.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
The visuals, right?
I need a minute.
As long as it's got some powdered sugar on it.
It's the only way, Jimmy.
It's the only way I eat
It's the
my
only
funnel
way.
cake.
Oh my God, I can't. I just can't. I mean, if I ever heard that voice, I think I'd jump out of a window backwards. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Jimmy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And hello, Francis.
Hello.
It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
A game that I think will be watched the most this weekend is Monday night. That's right. Cowboys take on Tampa in Tampa, and something's going to give. Cowboys have lost their last 8 playoff games, and Tom Brady is 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys. Going to be a great game. Excited for it, just like the whole wild card weekend. We'll talk more about it on the locker room on Saturday, but it is wild card weekend. Some people think this is the best weekend of all the playoffs. Dana White, a lot of people know who he is. He's the CEO and the guy with UFC. He had a bad New Year's Eve. He got into a big situation with his wife, and it was caught on video. Dana White said it was a terrible night at a press conference yesterday, and nobody should have tried to, say he wasn't wrong or defend him in any shape or form. I agree with that 100%. I do respect him because he was answering questions about that yesterday at his press conference. And our Miami Dolphins did make the playoffs by beating the Jets on Sunday, 11-6. I still know that hurts for some people who had the Jets plus 3.5. But they are going up to Buffalo on Sunday, and they are 14-point underdogs on DraftKings. Buffalo is home. They got all their players. Von Miller's the only one out. Dolphins running backs out. Tua's out. It's going to be a tough task for us. I think Buffalo will probably take us back out in the woodshed. And that is your mid-lunch trifecta. Thank you for always listening to us. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved in the show. You could also email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or text us, realradio 47142.
Well, this came in at Jimmy at realradio921.com from our buddy Steve, P1 Steve. He says, as per this morning's conversation about the FTX Center, have you ever heard of the stadium naming rights curse? There have been many stadiums that had corporate names attached to them, and eventually the companies go bust. Here's the article from Wall Street Journal talking about FTX Arena. So we have that we can look into. Here are a few more stadium debacles that came to mind. MCI Center in D.C., Enron Center in Houston, PSINET Stadium in Baltimore, PSINet maybe, is that what it is? TWA Dome in St. Louis, and how many names have been attached to the Dolphins? I don't know. There was a couple right before Hard Rock. There was a couple of. It was Joe Robbie for a long time. I think there was a couple people that were in there for 1 year. Landshark was one.
Was it Landshark?
Was it Landshark for a whole year? I'm not sure. Might have been. Yeah, I don't see me personally, if I was a CEO, wanting to put my name on the stadium because, again, it depends. If it was baseball or basketball, you get a lot more. Obviously, there's more games. There's only 10 games in football. But I know the stadium hosts other events and things like that. But it's a notoriety, and every time the place gets mentioned.
Yeah. Well, and it's also going to get mentioned a lot more during football season.
Of course.
I think so. So I understand that. Like, baseball, I mean, I get your point too, right? 162 versus, a possible just 8 games, right? Or 9 at the most.
Yeah,
right?
you get 80 in baseball. I mean, the Marlins last year was the first time. I don't know if it's continuing this year. They had a bank that was involved with them first year, since they're existent. But it is millions and millions of dollars. So I guess maybe it does work or maybe it doesn't. Like New Orleans now is the Caesars. They sponsored it. So I can see Caesars because, again, they want to attract people. Hard Rock, I think, is a great one because it's right down the street.
Sure.
And I think that goes hand in hand.
See, when I was talking about it with somebody, like, what would be, because I don't know how long are these naming rights for?
It depends on the contract.
Yeah.
It could be
Okay.
5 years, 10,
Okay.
20.
Because something that to me is like so Florida and you feel like it's going to be around forever and just has the money is Publix, the Publix Stadium or something like that. But yeah, so there was Joe Robbie, pro player.
Yeah, that's right.
They called it the Dolphin Stadium for a year.
Sure.
Sun Life. I think Sun Life was before
Sun
Hard
Life,
Rock.
there we go, yeah,
Yep. I think that was there.
Yeah.
But speaking of a sport that's played in Florida a lot, that is golf. And if the PGA was like, man, this live golf is causing headaches, wait until robots start taking over.
They'll take over everything.
Yeah, wait till they start shooting under par and decide that they want a tour of their own. And it looks like some people have invented a robot. Now, this is at the Paderborn University. Anika is her name, and her colleagues, they built this robot. Now, it's pretty cool. It has the ability to spot a golf ball on the green, navigate over to it, get itself in proper position, and work out the angle at which it needs to hit the ball in order to sink a putt.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big advantage.
That is a big advantage.
Sure.
Now, if you've ever seen that...
They're taking caddies out of the shack.
right? If you've ever seen that Holy Moly, have you seen that one? That's the golf show. I believe...
I've never seen it.
No. So Holy Moly, I don't know if it's still on, but pretty entertaining if you like golf. And they have a couple celebrities and athletes who are on the show. I believe, who is it? Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I believe he's one of the people that they can pick. It's Rob Riggle, who's a comedian. He hosts it, and Joe Tessitore.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I know what you're referring to. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's a cute show. I don't know if it's still going on or not, but they would have your choice, right? If you were the contestants, to either have Steph Curry hit the ball or the robot. And a majority of the time, they would pick the robot.
I'm sure.
Even Steph Curry's very good.
Oh, he's a great golfer.
Yeah, very
for an
good.
amateur.
But yeah, I mean, is this something that we're going to start seeing more?
I wouldn't be
and more?
surprised. Everything with robots. That's not good for caddies. Because that's one of the things caddies do, and on the pro level. They help the golfer, hey, this is the shot you take, this is the club you should use, you're 300 yards away or something like that. But I don't know. It's probably going to be cheaper because caddies get usually a percentage of what the golfer wins.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing it more and more. I know you guys saw the story. I sent it to you with the In-N-Out. I mean, White Castle. I know how much Jimmy, that's like his favorite fast food restaurant, White Castle, but it looks like that they're starting to utilize robots. A lot of fast food restaurants have been doing it, but they have robots they say have the right tools for serving more hot and tasty food.
Yep.
They can just bang it out quicker.
I saw an article that was related where it was the company that creates the robots. So they're creating ones that can, put the fries into the oil and take it back out. And, depending on what the task is, but they're creating more AI that can do those tasks. And obviously there's a reason for it because people are going to start utilizing it.
They call their newest employee Flippy. And they said, Flippy cooks your burgers to perfection, serves up fries. They say it gets it right each time because it's a robot. They said at 100 White Castle locations nationwide, restaurants can see Flippy in action, helping. They're still the human colleagues with them, helping them cook and expedite. But they said that Flippy will drop everything into the fryer and then at the perfect time, take everything out, give it a little shake, and put it to the area for packaging for the team members there. But they say that they have had no incidents with Flippy yet. Thank goodness there's still actual human beings still working
Thank God.
alongside Flippy.
Well, I mean, the companies will save millions and billions of dollars. They won't have to give it health insurance, obviously. That's a big cost to all businesses. I'm sure that's one of the reasons why. And not have to worry about raises or anything like that. Or a talkback. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, one day they'll start talking back.
Yeah.
Scheduling.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, I don't know how many part-time fast food employees get health benefits and vacation time and things like that. I mean, I understand your point because that is a very high cost for a lot of companies. But I mean, the simple fact of scheduling, making sure that you hire people that are honest and not going to steal from you.
Yep.
And,
Show up.
Those things are Well, that's getting the scheduling and calling it sick. Not too many robots are going to call in sick.
Even hiring, they said that's one of their biggest issues is they're having hiring difficulties.
Everybody is.
Oh, yeah.
You hear it from all businesses that I know, people who own them. And I was talking to one of our managers this morning. That's the first thing they say. Do you know anybody? We can't get good help. Or they come in and they leave right away. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have Steve checking in with us. Hey, Steve, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, guys. I sound good enough today. I'm sorry about that. I always try to get a better crappy service. I try to do everything. This is where I live, Just bad. No tower closed.
Well, it sounds better than last time, Steve.
We can hear you a little better, but it's still not a good quality, Steve.
Well, I'm sorry about that. If you give me a couple of $100 out of that bank account, no, I'm kidding.
What's going on, buddy?
Mint Mobile. That's the last free one they get.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to that. I'm glad you said that. Maybe I'll check them out. Y'all been around for the OGs and all. I'm just curious, what keeps y'all still chucking away at this and not going on to other ventures like a lot have?
I couldn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
So that you've been doing this for a long time. What keeps you going, basically, and not doing other ventures like other people on this radio station?
Oh, this job?
Done? Yes.
Oh, Greek.
I just enjoy what I do. I mean, that's the bottom line, and I like working with the people that I've worked with every day. And I feel I'm very privileged and lucky, and so, there's really nothing else that I have thought about. Maybe get into some script writing, but that's about it.
Well, what did you do before radio?
I owned a bunch of businesses. When I came out of college, that's what I did, and then I got into this by meeting somebody who was an executive for CBS Radio.
Wow, you are the man.
I got lucky. I mean, like anything else. You meeting the right people at the right time, and some people believed in me, and, like I said, we try to put on a good show every day and have fun, and that's all it is. I mean, but we're definitely blessed.
Typically, most people that get into the radio industry are lucky. I mean, you got to be in the right place, right? I was too. I mean, I came out of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, more from the off-air side within the production department. And when I was interning, the person who was in that position was ready to move on in their life, and I was able to slip right into that position. But that doesn't happen often. How about you, Franny?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's luck. I did the same thing, Connecticut School of Broadcasting. 20 years ago, I was an intern with Wild 95.5. I did sales here, for iHeartRadio. I met G-Man, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Well, not to jinx y'all, what would you do if this we're done? Because it's not everybody else so hard and way.
I mean, it is. Listen, this industry, you never know what the next day is going to bring you. You really don't. I mean, obviously, you've seen it from listening to the station, how things have changed throughout the years. So it is. It's. I think everybody should have a backup plan. Yeah. What would you do, G?
I'd probably get involved in some sort of sales. Yeah,
That's where you started. You're good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I might do something with sales, selling some different things. Maybe get involved in the liquor industry, real estate. I really wouldn't know, like I said, but I do enjoy this every day. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And I enjoy the people I work with. And I think we have a great audience.
The entertainment business, I think you're good at that, selling that stuff.
Again,
something about entertainment business. I'm sorry, Steve. We couldn't understand.
We couldn't hear you, Steve. I'm sorry. If you want to call us back, because we just have a bad connection. You keep going in and out.
I was just asking if you'd be in the entertainment business ever. Would you like to sell?
Yeah, I would love to.
I think you'd be a good agent.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah, I would love to get involved in maybe the agent side and negotiating deals, things like that.
Little Ari Gold.
Yeah, I would love to do stuff like that. But for today, this is where I'm at. I'm happy, and, we're running it until the wheels fall off. We've had a nice run.
Could you think you could get Sid Rosenberg's agent job? Has he got that covered?
Sid's got an agent. Yeah, he's got an agent.
Sid's got an agent.
Yeah, he's got an agent. Yeah. No, he's had the same lady for a long time.
Does he?
Yeah. She's very nice. He tried to push her to me. But he was honest. He goes, if I do, I get a piece. So I was like, thanks.
I'd be selling flowers at intersections. That's probably what I would do. Make a killing. I've seen these guys.
We get more of it.
Either that or I'd fall back on my porn career.
I thought you were still doing that.
Well, I tried to keep that on a down low.
Oh,
It's
got
the
it.
non-compete thing.
I don't want people coming after me.
Because I'm a whore around here, too.
Yeah, my lawyer will get his phone blown up. You never know what tomorrow brings, but, like I said, Steve, we're happy we're here. We're lucky. We know that, and we appreciate it.
I just wanted to say that, I ribbed you all over, but I commend y'all for chucking forward. You guys got some serious, whatever it is, to keep doing this job. It takes a lot. People think it's easy, and it's not. You got to take a lot of crap.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There are times.
There is crap thrown at us.
We deal with it. But, for the most part, we have a lot of fun. And that's something that a lot of people don't get to do. We get to come in and have fun each day. And, we have to look up news stories and have things to talk about. But for the most part, we do get to have fun. And that's something that we're very lucky in. What would you do, Franny, if you weren't here?
Well, I have a few things under my belt.
8 other businesses going on right now. Maybe into the nutrition side of things. I know you're looking into that.
I have an event business. I'm a licensed realtor. And I'm a nutritionist and studying to be a personal trainer. So I like all those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You never know. What's going to happen. But like I said, we're lucky and appreciate the audience. We do events. Everybody comes out. They're very nice. And, it's a feel-good feeling. There's a lot of people I talk to every day who don't like their job.
Mm-hmm.
It is important to me, and this is just me speaking, that I do enjoy the people I work with. If I didn't, I don't think I could do the show. I've had other opportunities with people, and I just passed on them because I really wasn't big fans of theirs, and they weren't big fans of mine. So that's important to me. I got to be honest.
Chemistry, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to have the right teamwork with people, otherwise, look out every day. I hear you, man. All right, happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, Steve.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
And thanks for being a loyal listener. We always appreciate that.
Not to mention, we get to give away great prizes like South Florida Fair tickets and $1,000 each day, 13 times a day. And guess what? We got another one coming up on the other side of this short break, another keyword and another shot at $1,000 of red zone revenue. Now, all you got to do is go to realradio921.com. A window will pop right up for you, and you can be ready so that when you get that keyword, you can enter it right there, and that's it. That's all you have to do, and you're in the running for $1,000. And if you get a phone call from a 513 area code, maybe it says unknown caller, pick it up. That could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000. And as usual, at 1 p.m., we got some What the Florida stories coming up. Franny, you want to tease us a little bit?
Sure. We have a Paw Patrol bag that had things besides toys in it, because when you think Paw Patrol, if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. And a really sad situation with an orca whale right here on the east coast of Florida. And then a guy who did not want to share his crack pipe. What happened to him? I'll give you the details when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hayes the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, downtown Boca. You're going to love this place. Great humidor, great ambiance, and a great patio. And it's a good place to watch the games as we get ready for that big game in Rihanna. Make sure you stop down to Strikes any day of the week. They're open, and Greek's Gridiron will be there again in January. It's 2023, baby. Light up with a great cigar and be a winner at Strike Cigar Lounge. Peace!
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $899. Save $200, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Big news. The 2024 election could be America's last one. That's the shocking conclusion of famed best-selling author David Horowitz. In his new book, The Final Battle, David Horowitz reveals a secret war underway in America. Democrats, woke culture, and a new generation are destroying our traditional culture and ending our freedoms. Horowitz says their plan is taking place in our schools, our churches, even in our military. This week, you need to watch David Horowitz on The Chris Salcedo Show as he reveals the real threat of Biden, Obama, the big media, and more. Horowitz names names. So tune in today to Newsmax for Chris Salcedo's special with David Horowitz. And make sure you get a copy of The Final Battle. Newsmax calls it the most important book of 2023. It's in bookstores everywhere. Or check out the free offer and save $28. Just go online to finalbattle611.com. That's finalbattle611.com to get your free copy today.
Why do you buckle up when you get in your truck? Maybe you do it to get home safely to your loved ones, or because you take your job as a professional driver seriously, or because you want to follow the law to stay safe. Remember, it doesn't matter how long you've been driving, or even if it's a quick trip. Wear your seatbelt to stay safe on the road. Learn more at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. That's www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. And remember to buckle up when you get behind the wheel. Paid for by FMCSA.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Thursday drive is a good one along the Palm Beaches. We're not seeing any major delays or incidents on the Turnpike or 95. Use some extra care and watch out for pedestrians on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
Is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide .com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Friday. Remember, the best view in every house is the Penthouse. If you're going to wake up and shine. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And, of course, we have Francis. Hello, Francis.
Hello, Francis.
Freak. Hi. Good afternoon.
It is time for Florida stories. Florida.
Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
What kind of stories you got, Franny?
Something actually quite heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking.
What do you got, Franny?
It's not angry. It's heartbreaking. And for the first time in history, as I mentioned, just as terrible as this may be, beachgoers that were visiting Flagler County, this was specifically at Jungle Hut Park. I'm not familiar with that. I really don't go over there to the Palm Coast that often, but it looks like they found a beached orca whale. Officials say that the killer whale did strand itself. It did eventually die, in just a really sad situation. There was all kinds of footage and film people were posting on social media, on our local news sites, but the female orca was found beached just south of Jungle Hut Park. It looks like the NOAA was like, this is extremely rare. We've never had a record of a stranded killer whale in Florida or the Southeast United States.
Wow, that is very unique.
Yep, so videos and pictures were posted all over Flagler County Sheriff's Office Facebook page and their government page. And it looks like SeaWorld Research Institute, Florida Fish and Wildlife, they all came out. The departments are teaming up to help in this extremely unfortunate phenomenon. So we really don't have answers quite yet. But yeah, just a very sad sight. And then let's go to what we normally talk about in the What the Florida.
Meth?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So this woman, her name...
Meth.
Yes, meth.
It looks like fentanyl these days is superseding, meth, yes. But this woman named Karen Brodemerkel, well, she was at a Walmart in Pinellas County, and she was carrying around a Paw Patrol, like, little backpack. If you have kids, you know what that is. It's a cartoon, very popular. I have a niece. She loves Paw Patrol. Well, she's in the pet food aisle. It's kind of interesting with the Paw Patrol because it's about puppy dogs. And I guess she leaned over to look at some things on the shelves and she dropped her bag but did not realize it. So this is all on surveillance video. She calls the store and was like, hey, I'm going to come back and retrieve my bag. Do you guys have it? And she, described what it was. And they're like, yep, we have it.
Lost and found.
Yeah. Well, the sheriff's office was asked to respond to the store to inspect what they call the abandoned property. So I'm curious if an employee was like, oh, let me see what's in there, and then saw something a little suspicious, called the cops. Because you're not going to call the cops, right, if you just find a missing purse and nobody looks into it. There's lots of lost and founds everywhere.
Yeah.
So they did. And when they looked into it, they found multiple plastic bags with a white powdery substance. There was also a couple containers, what they said had an unknown substance, a glass pipe, aluminum foil, metal, and plastic straws.
Could have been
So
flour.
she hates the environment, hates the oceans and sea turtles, loves the oceans and sea turtles. But there was also razor blades, lighters, scissors. Looks like she was about to do some arts and crafts, right?
Man, she was really down under.
Yeah, down.
Regular Girl Scout there.
She got everything.
So when
Making
she comes,
sure you're prepared.
When she comes to pick up her bag, which she called for, right? Said, hey, I'm coming to get my bag. The deputies were there waiting for her, and she was like, not my bag. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you guys are trying to make it is.
That's not the one I dropped.
Yep, not that Paw Patrol bag, another one. So yeah, she did not die owning the bag or anything inside of it. They did test the white powdery substance, and it was fentanyl. The other items in the bag were submitted for testing, but she did get booked into the Pinellas County Jail, and she's probably not getting her bag back.
No,
And then,
probably not.
Then a couple dudes hanging out, sidewalk. One guy's smoking from his crack pipe. The other guy, we are going to call him Urkel, walks up to the guy smoking from his crack pipe and was like, hey, can I hit that? And the guy, we're going to call him the victim, said, absolutely not. Well, when he refused Urkel from hitting his crack pipe, he said that Urkel, his real name is Tony Harris, was like, well, I'm going to break your crack pipe. And then Urkel hit him in the face with a brick.
That's not nice. Can't we all get along?
They said it caused him to stumble back, and he suffered a fractured nose. The scuffle continued. They said Urkel took the victim's jacket, grabbed a brick in the other hand. The man told police that Urkel threw one of the bricks, hit him in the back of the head.
Oh, this is very violent. I don't like this story.
The man said he ran toward a nearby intersection. He was trying to get away from him. Urkel caught up to the man and hit him 4 more times in the head with the brick.
Lucky he didn't kill him.
Right?
Really, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was eventually able to get away from him. He ran into a nearby apartment complex, and he was later taken to the hospital for treatment. He will be okay, but man, I can't imagine getting smashed with a brick.
Where did that happen?
Cops were able to catch up to him. Florida, duh. I'm just kidding. Opelika.
Opelika?
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy was a bricklayer.
I was going to say, would have been funny if it happened in Brickell.
Oh, nice.
Opelika is, that's by Hialeah,
By
right?
Hialeah.
Yeah.
Is this the place to go?
It is. It is a place to be.
It's on the corner past the other one.
But yeah, so the cops did catch up to Urkel, a.k.a. Harris, and they did talk to the victim, and the victim was like, yeah, he did. He threw bricks at me. I know. It's terrible. Hit me with bricks. Yeah, it was a very bad situation, but it looks like Urkel is in jail and remains held without bond. And that is your What the Florida.
Where did that happen? In Florida, bitch. It's What the Florida.
That was good.
That was great.
Opelika.
That was really good.
Opelika. Hialeah.
Thank you, Francis. We do it twice a show. Florida stories you guys give them to us, and we throw them right back in your face. Most people, not all, have a vice, and it might not be something bad. It could be shopping, could be drugs, could be liquor, could be women, could be men, could be gambling, and let's just say an average age of 35, okay? Or any age that you are, would you want to know how much you have spent on your vice? Penthouse or audience? 877-927-6969. I was thinking of a drop Jimmy was going to play. But would you want to know how much money you spent on your vice? And do you think you would go under or over the number?
If I was to guess at it, I'd probably guess under. But that's like my mind going that I don't want the number to be as high as it probably really is. So I'll lowball it just to make it feel good in my mind.
But would you really say you had a vice?
Oh, yeah. I had a video game that I'd spent a lot of money on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Franny, would you say anything or not really?
Yeah, I think that we all have vices. I do. It can be anything from spending too much money on Amazon.
That's not a vice.
I actually have, but you said shopping could be one.
Shopping, yeah, sure.
I actually have backed off. If you look at my accounts, I probably haven't made a purchase, I don't know, maybe a month or so or whatever. But that I think, and I don't necessarily look at it as a bad thing, but maybe going out on the weekends and the amount of money I've spent on drinks, but not necessarily for me, but I get
friends.
But yes, for some reason.
Well, you're very generous.
I am just like, all right. And it's not even maybe like I have a buzzer intoxicated, but yeah, when I go out with my friends, because I know they can do it, but a lot of time they actually do have more money than I do. But then I am one, I'm almost like, gee, right? They buy around, then I'll buy around. And it can be around for 4 or 5 people. And the next day I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking?
Been down that road.
Yeah, where you just where you just
way
want to
overspend and even though you know you shouldn't.
You want to be nice and generous and take care of people that take care of you, and then when you probably can't afford to do it.
Yeah, I think everybody would have some kind of vice. And some people have 2 or 3 vices that they wouldn't want to know the number on. For me, it'd be gambling, women, and shopping, all 3. I don't know which would be the higher one. It'd be close all around.
But gambling, not so much anymore because you don't really do it.
Yeah, but there was like...
But you're talking lifetime?
Yeah.
You don't want to know?
I think there's somebody in the crowd. Yes, sir. You in the back, where you from? State where you're from and what you do? First time, long time?
Have you started betting again?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, but that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. Though.
Women, there's a lot. Shopping's a lot, too.
Well, yeah, but you define that I think a little differently than I might. Because I think the shopping could be close too. Because I mean that's a lot of.
It's
our
both.
money.
It's you and the people you're with. But you got to remember the one good thing about gambling, which the other 2 don't have.
Yeah. See, and the shop. Go ahead.
No, the one thing about gambling that the other 2 don't have, there are some pluses. There's no pluses on the other sides, so it's all negative. It's all money spent.
True.
So there was a lot of big wins. So
True.
You know what I mean? That when you really look at it, if you really examine the 3, the first 2 there was no positives. I mean, you know, there was no pluses as far as money. And with the gambling, yeah, there was a lot of losses, but there was a lot of big wins too. So I don't know which would be the 3. It'd be a unique number. I wouldn't want to know it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let's put it all together. If we put it all together, we can really depress ourselves.
Oh, God, forget it. Oh, my God, forget it. That's why
Ignorance is bliss.
a lot of companies, when people ask, and this goes to bookmakers or even sometimes American Express, read an article about that, and it just happened to 2 of my friends. 2 of my friends go to a certain place, and they only use American Express. And their wife is on the card, too, which is normal, whatever. And at the end of the year, they give you a breakdown for your card if you want. And both guys said, you know, my wives gave me huge drama because they think it's too much, but they would have never known if they didn't see the number. You know, it's just, you know, you go certain places a couple times a week, whatever, spend extra, and they're like, you're spending that much there? Stay home. You know, why do you got to go there every day? And, you know, if you don't realize it, and I remember bookmakers told me that years ago, is we never tell people what they lose, and if we do, we cut it in half. He goes, because we don't want to know.
Yeah, of course.
Because then the guy would be like, oh, man, I lost that much?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have something.
That's no surprise at all. Yeah.
If you guys have a situation where you like to talk about or something that you knew, let us know. And would it make you feel good, bad? And would you get the under-over? Would you be close? Would you overdo it or underdo it? Yeah, like I said, my 3 would be very close, I think. But would I want to know? Absolutely not. It is the Penthouse. Think about it, and we'll come back with some more. And you guys, peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
We did an underwear game where everyone swapped underwear. Jeffrey, did you put yours back on?
No. I'm going commando right now till the end of the show. I'm going to go home and do a complete change of clothes.
Why is that?
So I don't get skid marks in my jeans, dude.
But you're going commando.
Did you put like a panty liner in your jeans? Yeah, I lined them with a little bit of toilet paper.
Wait!
You have toilet paper in your jeans
No.
right now?
Yeah.
He's lying.
You
20
did
bucks.
not. Prove it.
If you have toilet paper in the crotch of your jeans right now, he'll give you $20 cash.
More like my butt crack. Right here. Oh my God! Why?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, 10-year anniversary party, Diamonds Are Forever. Make sure you stop by Monroe's 7 days a week, adult entertainment, upscale dining, full bar, full liquor, fully nude. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, and this Saturday night, January 14th, it's the Diamonds Are Forever. It's a 10-year anniversary party. I'll be in the house. Stop by and celebrate. Let's kick it off 2023 with Monroe's Diamonds Are Forever party. Peace.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions. Like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip. Or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising. Get started today. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Hey, it's Megan, and your friends may know your go-to drink, but my friends know what my go-to spirit is. It's Knox and Dunn Florida Rum, and it's changing the way people enjoy their favorite cocktails. cocktails. That's because when they taste the delicious single barrel rum, it's not what they expect. My bourbon people, they leave it in the decanter now, and my rum people, well, we just call them Knox and Dunn people now. So grab a bottle of Knox and Dunn Florida rum at your favorite liquor store and understand what all the hype's about. Or go to knoxanddunn.com, visit the bottle shop, and have Knox and Dunn delivered right to your door. Plus, grab a recipe. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Thursday drive is a good one along the Palm Beaches. We're not seeing any major delays or incidents on the Turnpike or 95. Use some extra care and watch out for pedestrians on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Only the free iHeartRadio app gives you access to everything you love, from the stations that keep you company, the music that keeps you singing along, to the podcasts that keep you entertained. Not to mention chances to win cash and once-in-a-lifetime artist experiences only on the app. And it's always 100% free. Only iHeartRadio gives you access to the music, radio, and podcasts you love. Download it for free in the App Store.
Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Let's see. We had a couple people actually ask about the 10 o'clock keyword, which was bills, B-I-L-S-S.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Can we hear that again?
Do you spell bills with two S's?
Can we hear that again?
We had a couple people actually ask about the 10 o'clock keyword, which was bills, B-I-L-S-S. Does that make you feel good?
Didn't make me feel good.
I know it does. I see that smile on your face.
Finally a win! Finally a win!
Jen away, baby. Jen away.
14 years!
I can't believe I've been waiting 14 years.
So keep that, please.
Finally, there's a God up above. It must be tough to be perfect
There
every
always
day.
has been one, yes.
Oh.
You know.
It is the Penthouse on a lovely Thursday afternoon. May your umbrellas open up on the right side. Jimmy, good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis, our wordsmith. Ooh,
Spelling Bee champ, 1986.
Wow. No wonder we work well together.
Kidding.
I was a spelling bee champ, too.
Yeah?
Jimmy's got some interesting things that might help you this weekend.
Yeah, and Hope Sound. So there was a Reddit thread, and it was a bunch of chefs that got together, and some listed some of the things that you should not order when you go out specifically for brunch. And on top of this, what I'd like to do, too, Greek came up with a great idea, is maybe you can call in and let us know where some of the best places around the area, too, is to get a good brunch. But here are some things that when you go there, don't order these items. And we're going to start with one that says anything you could easily make at home. Now, this particular chef is kind of laying it on the line to the fact that it's up. The price is really escalated, right?
It's like a special.
If all you want is scrambled eggs and toast, go for it. But you're paying a premium for something you could easily make yourself for 50 cents. Now, to me, my answer to that is, well, I'm going out to brunch for a reason, usually for a social reason or something like that. So, I mean, obviously, you know that anytime you go out to eat, you're more than likely going to pay more than if you could make it at home. This person said corned beef hash. A lot of people don't realize they prefer the cheap canned variety, so they're underwhelmed when it's made from scratch. Never had it, I wouldn't know. But also, restaurants tend to toss all kinds of leftovers in there, so you might be eating yesterday's scraps. Specialty omelets are another way, like us, to use old ingredients that are going bad. Ooh, boy. Here's one, Eggs Benedict. According to Anthony Bourdain, it's a risky order because bacteria loves hollandaise sauce. Chefs always make a big batch of it ahead of time, so it's probably been sitting out for a while.
Wow, what a bummer. I love Eggs Benedict, and I love Anthony Bourdain, so I guess I'm going to have to listen to him. R.I.P. Yeah.
Something
Oh,
I've never had and I was going to try, too, on a cruise. Yeah.
I probably will not stop eating it. I think it's delicious.
I had it this morning.
Did you?
Yeah. I went to a breakfast place locally.
Yeah, I think it's delicious.
Yeah, but I have heard that the brunches don't order Eggs Benedict.
Canadian bacon. Well, duh, the Canadians.
Well, and that's on Eggs Benedict. That's on Eggs Benedict, so it's a double whammy.
It comes pre-cooked, so all they're doing is heating it up, and it's not ordered as much as regular bacon. So if you're brunching on a Sunday, there's a chance it's been sitting in the fridge since last Sunday.
Uh-oh.
Canadian bacon is just ham. It really is.
Isn't it, right? That's pretty much what we call it here in America.
It's really ham that we threw away to Canada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we threw it up to them.
Yeah,
and then they threw it back?
Well, no, they threw us some maple syrup.
Yeah.
So they kind of like offsets each other a little bit. Yeah, it's like a trade.
It was a trade.
Okay.
We gave them our ham that we didn't sell, and they brought it back as Canadian ham.
Exactly. Here's another one that they say don't order. This is some items, some brunch items that chefs say don't order. Steak and eggs. Only order it if you're at a nice place where you know the steak is good. Well, you're good, Greek. Otherwise, you usually get a tough, low-quality cut of meat. Kind of makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. And finally, on this list, oh no, Franny, bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. Don't order them for brunch. If you're just trying to tie one on, go for it. But be ready for a hangover because these bottomless drinks usually have the cheaper liquor. That's probably something that you would already know going into it. A couple of things that chefs say don't order. I don't know. I'd probably have to scope the place out. Of course. Again, if you're going to a nice place, you're probably going to get a nice cut of steak for steak and eggs if you want to do that. But just some items that they came up with. Or also let us know, 877-927-6969. Where do you like to go for brunch in the area? Something that maybe one day when we have some time off and we can enjoy having a get-together too, we can go to. Jimmy at realradio921.com. Very interested to hear where you go for brunch in the area.
I think a lot of people down here like anything that's on the water. It's always nice, and especially on a Sunday morning. Restoration Hardware is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
Do they do a brunch?
I think they do. It seems like I've been there a couple times on Sunday. Maybe it's not an official. Yeah, they do a brunch.
Okay,
They do. Yeah.
I have yet to go there.
It's very nice. What are you doing Sunday?
It looks nice. I won't be.
It's going to be in Georgia. Yeah.
It's always timing when I go.
Always timing.
I was going to go to the fair on Wednesday. I can't go then. Jesus.
All right.
Make my life around you, woman.
I can't get a break.
It depends on how much money you want to spend, right? Like you have some nice brunches. You know who does it? And to me, I've never really been there for their lunch or dinner, but somebody told me about their brunch and I went and I was surprised of how good it was. It was Frigates. Mm-hmm. And Frigates has a great brunch. If you haven't been there,
that's on the water.
Yeah, that's North Palm. Is that what that's considered? North Palm Beach.
It's very pretty.
They do a great brunch. They have a little, they have your hot section, right, with your bacon and your eggs and your biscuits and gravy. But then they have a sushi section, they have a carving section, they have a seafood. So it's really nice. They have
you can bring your boat there.
You can bring your boat over there, and then obviously if you want to be bougie, if you want to spend a lot of money, the Breakers at the Circle has that one. I have never paid for that. How much do you think that is? $200?
Yeah, it is $200.
200, something like that.
A person. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean,
I went for a birthday party, and that was taken care of by one of her friends. So that was the only time I would ever probably go and spend that money.
Sure. The thing with the brunches and everything like that, if you're not, again, you're doing it for other people most times.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not a big eater, you're getting screwed.
I know, but I'm a big eater. So,
it's good.
I love going to brunch. If you ever go down to Delray Beach, and I have to look, somebody said they were doing renovations, but it's a place that's been there forever. It's called the Sunday House. Mm-hmm. Like Sunday without the A, S-U-N-D-Y, the Sunday House. It's like, I don't want to say it's like a bed and breakfast because it is somewhat of a hotel. Like they have different rooms all around. It's beautiful. They have koi ponds that you can just walk around the grounds over there and just look. It's very lush landscape. It's a really pretty place. Okay. And then they have the main restaurant where it's open for lunch and dinner, but they're known for their Sunday brunch. They're known for their Easter brunch, and they're known for Mother's Day brunch. So they really do go all out, and it's not Breakers prices.
Yeah,
and they have good food. Yeah.
And the only thing I would suggest on regular Sundays, because anytime there's a holiday, it's packed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
if you want to go to brunch on Mother's Day or April or for Easter, you got to book way in advance.
And then also, like, you're talking about things not to order. Those are days not to go. A lot of experts say.
Sure.
Because the quality's not as good. The service is, there's too many people. I mean, it's just packed. Holiday weekends are always like that. So if you guys have a place that you want to recommend for a brunch, we'd love to hear about it. We did this with hamburgers, pizza, pasta, whatever it is, hot dogs. Let us know. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more on a perfect Thursday. Peace.
Because your pets are pretty lonely when you're gone. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save now on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get an additional 10% off all in-store clearance appliances and take home what you buy same day. Shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 1/5 through 2/8.
Hayes the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, downtown Boca. You're going to love this place. Great humidor, great ambiance, and a great patio. And it's a good place to watch the games as we get ready for that big game in Rihanna. Make sure you stop down to Strikes any day of the week. They're open, and Greek's Gridiron will be there again in January. It's 2023, baby. Light up with a great cigar and be a winner at Strike Cigar Lounge. Peace!
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $899. Save $200, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream or start and stop flow? Millions of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, an enlargement of the prostate. If you have these symptoms, you may qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study, a clinical study to evaluate a new treatment for BPH. If you qualify, you may receive reimbursement for time and travel. Previously, patients have had to sort through options that involved burning or cutting prostate tissue, taking medication that brought on other symptoms, or just dealing with the discomfort. The Butterfly is a minimally invasive procedure that does not involve any burning or cutting of the tissue and can be done in less than 10 minutes. Find out if you qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study. Call 561-232-3024. 561-232-3024. That's 561-232-3024. Investigational device limited by federal law to investigational use.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Checking the traffic cameras, and we are looking good along the Palm Beaches. 95 up to speed, not seeing any major delays on the Turnpike. You will find some slowdowns due to road work, US 1 north and south from A1A Ocean Boulevard to Old Dixie Highway. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators.
Seven. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Twitter. It's the Greek. Hey, how you doing, Greek? I'm doing pretty good, buddy. How you doing? Oh, you knocked over your peanut butter.
That's what? I don't even have any peanut butter.
You got chocolate in my peanut butter.
Oh my God!
Peanut butter on my chocolate.
Wow.
Oh my God! Let's get married.
I would like some peanut butter. Anybody have any?
Oh, I have some.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Meet you later. Jimmy, how are you, buddy?
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's uppers?
We got a trifecta coming at you.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
All right, Derek Carr is, for a little while longer, on the Raiders, and he is the quarterback. But he got benched the last 2 weeks, and he put out a message today to Raider Nation. Thank you. I'm going to miss you guys. So it's about done. He's going to look like he's leaving the Raiders. Got a big contract. He does have a trade clause, but I guess he's going to, wherever they're going to send him is going to be someplace he wants to go. Rumors Jets, rumors Dolphins. We'll see what happens. The Tom Brady rumor about him coming down here, because that's been going on for about 2 years. Seems to be picking up some speed, too. Possibly the Dolphins. Brady does have a house down here.
What number is he going to wear?
Ooh, that's the big one, because Bob Greasy was number 12.
Yep, and it's retired.
I do think that Greasy would give him a pass. I think he would be like, you can wear it for a year. It's just an opinion. Or maybe, he has another number that he likes. I don't know. He's worn 12. He wore 10 at Michigan. I do remember that.
There you go.
And I'm pulling that out. I think he wore 10. I could be wrong, but I think he wore 10 at Michigan. So we'll see. I think if they get him, that'll be the least of their problems. I think Greasy would be like, take it. He's a diehard Dolphin guy. Obviously, played for them, Hall of Famer. We did talk about it. The Dolphins only have 3 numbers that are retired.
Well, that's a franchise thing, right? I mean, it's not like, he would say that, right? Wouldn't it be the Dolphins that would do that, since they're the one that technically retired it?
But I think they would want his input.
Well, they would definitely talk to him.
Yeah, and I think he would. I don't know. I think he would say.
I think he would.
Yeah, like, if he wants to wear 12 for a year and he'll come back, let him have it.
But you're right. The key part of that was that's the least of what they're thinking about with that.
Yeah.
If he wants to come, let's make him.
If Brady wants to come and he says, I wear 12, I don't play, I think they'll make it happen.
Yes.
There is a rumor there. So Derek Carr is definitely gone with the Raiders. There is talk about the Jets, like I said. There's going to be a lot of quarterback change. Dana White is the head of the UFC, and he had a bad issue on New Year's Eve, and it was videotaped. He did talk about it yesterday at his press conference, and he addressed it. He said it was a terrible night for him. He was wrong. He doesn't want anybody to try to defend him in any shape or way. He made a mistake. You shouldn't put your hands on anybody, male or female, especially female if you're a male. So he's taking it on the chin. I don't think there'll be any charges pressed against him, but he did say that, you know what, I'm wrong, and he did address it, where some people might be like, hey, I'm not going to talk about it, but it was the pink elephant in the room, and I think he did the better thing. And the Buffalo Bills are taking on our Dolphins, and as of right now, the Buffalo Bills are minus 14 over the Dolphins. Tua is not playing. We'll see what happens. I do think that line is going to go up. And that is your last trifecta of the day. So somebody came up to me last night very late and said, hey, G. I said, what? They said, Bonacera. I said, you Bonacera too. Who do we got on hold?
We have Evan on the line. Evan, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, everyone.
Evan, I was pulling for you yesterday, man. I wanted you to win. I saw you and me in Vegas.
Oh, I was thinking of something else.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, let it rip, bub.
Yeah, okay, now I hear you. What'd you say now?
I said I was pulling for you yesterday. You were one of our 6 finalists in the giveaway.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion for next year for your Greeks Gridiron?
Go ahead.
For your tiebreaker, I think all the contestants in the pool should bet on the final game of the year total points. And the first contestant gets the first pick on total points. You know, you go through that way in the last, so that way, and you pick them that way instead of just a pick up by random, because it's actually a game of, the players actually are game of chance, we actually pick. But when somebody just picks it out of the hat, you have no choice. But when you bet with points, at least you have a choice, You have more of a chance because that's what you did by picks. Just my opinion.
What do you think? Do you like the idea?
No, it sucks.
Oh, you don't like it? Greek does. I hate that idea.
That was Jimmy for the playback. That wasn't Greek. That was Jimmy.
It's because you lost.
But I knew
if you got picked,
I knew that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. If you got picked, you'd be like, man, Viva Las Vegas. Let's do it. Let me get my Elvis wig. I understand your point. We also think by odds, there was a 1 in 6 chance. Your odds were great to win.
Well, it would be the same way if you pick total point. I mean, it would be the same thing, but at least you have a choice.
Okay, so you're saying pick the total points?
Yeah, at the last game of the season.
Okay, so suppose you and somebody else pick the same number.
You can't.
How can't you?
I'm saying you can't because the first contestant in the game, the one, gets to pick first points, and it goes so you can't. Nobody can have the same point.
Yeah, but that's giving an advantage to somebody, and so it's only the people who beat the Greek that are. Okay, so why would I want to give? I can't give an advantage to one guy than the other guy. That's not fair.
Well, the advantage would be because they played first.
I don't know what he's. I don't want to give anybody.
I don't understand what tiebreaker. There's no ties.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just thinking about that. Now, secondly, I think Tom Brady should go to Miami because, in essence, the Dolphins already gave up a first-round pick for Tom Brady.
How do you figure?
Collusion, for tampering. Right?
Oh, wow.
When they talked to him.
A couple of years ago, yeah. I mean, Brady's going to go where he wants to go, obviously. There's going to be rumors and speculation about him. If they lose Monday, it's going to heat up. If he keeps winning, it won't be until later. But they've tied him to 4 or 5 teams.
Well, if they keep winning, he stays, right? You think?
I think
I have a better chance, right?
Yeah. I think if he wins, he'll stay. I mean, who knows what his thoughts are? And I don't know his personal life. Where his children, he might want to be in Miami to be closer to his kids. There is rumors that Giselle lives in Miami with the kids.
Okay, there you go.
So maybe he wants to be close to them. I don't know, on an everyday basis.
Yeah. Heck, they have houses all over the world, basically.
Well,
think about it.
I imagine.
Yeah, but it would be in America. I don't think he's going to want, what I mean? If she's, I don't even think she has the authority to probably take him out of the country at this point. She would have to get his okay to take his kids out of the country.
Yeah, but for that tampering, the Dolphins lost a first-round pick this year, and next year a third-round pick.
Okay. What does that have to do with Giselle?
No, I'm just saying it'd be fair. At least they get something out of it.
Oh, yeah. It could happen. Like I said, they're talking about the Raiders, the Saints. They've mentioned Tampa. They've mentioned the Niners. All they're doing is picking all places that he has some kind of a tie to because he grew up in California. If Sean Payton, if he goes back to New Orleans, Miami because of the Dolphins, the Raiders.
And he's going to want to go to a contender. So what team has the best? And right now, Miami has some great weapons for him.
Yeah.
So does the 49ers. I mean, it makes sense, when that kind of chatter, because he's not going to come back to play for Houston.
No, I think his best shot would be the 49ers.
I have a suggestion. What Tom should do, write all the names of each team that you want to go.
Here you go.
Put it in a hat. Let Brady pick it out. That's where he'll go.
Perfect.
Wow.
See, I like that one.
Or maybe they could give points to the teams first. So, there's a tiebreaker.
Yeah. If I was Brady, I would go to an NFC team because I do think that his odds to get back to a Super Bowl are harder in the AFC. And I think that's why he chose Tampa Bay originally, because Cincinnati, Buffalo, and Kansas City are all going to be good next year. And I think that's one of the reasons why he went to Tampa. Just an opinion.
Yeah, well, the NFC South is the weaker league. Now.
But just the NFC is weaker. The NFC is weaker as a whole than the AFC. Those three teams, when you look at power rankings for the NFL every week, those three are at the top. They really are. Buffalo and Chiefs have been 1 and 2 all season. Philly snuck in, yes, because of the great year they had. And I'm not saying they're not a good team. They're a very good team, the Eagles. But if I'm Brady and I want to win a Super Bowl, I agree with Jimmy. You want to go, you got your best odds, and it's an NFC team, not AFC.
Let me tell you about brunch, Sunday brunch that we used to go to all the time.
All right, good.
When I lived in San Francisco in the 80s, they had this restaurant right on the bay. It was called Charlie Brown's. And back in the 80s, it was like $40 for the brunch. So, it was pretty expensive back then, but it was prime rib, all the seafood and all that stuff. But what I would go there for was their fresh sourdough bread. I'd pay the $40 and just sit there and eat their fresh sourdough bread. It was just incredible.
I'm a big fan of bread, so I'm not going to poo-poo on that. I would do it.
You go to certain places just for the rolls.
Yeah. Yep. I used to go to Bistro in Jupiter because I loved their rolls. Our good friend Declan. Yeah, I loved them. Good bread's hard to find. It's like a good piece of ass. You don't forget it.
That was Greek for the playback. G-R-E Diamond K.
I think some of them, they know it's me.
They should.
Evan, thank you for being a great listener for years. I'm sorry you didn't win the trip to Vegas, but there's always next year.
Not a problem. Yeah, when do I get my Prime, my New York Prime gift card?
If you haven't got it, I'm surprised, but what you could do is if you want to hold on or call back, Jimmy will take your address and we'll make sure it gets mailed out to you.
Okay, appreciate that, because I called, left messages for Andrew, and I never got a response.
Andrew's been out very sick for the last couple of weeks.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's going to make it.
All right.
But he's been sick.
Okay, man, I appreciate it, and let's go. Hey, Franny.
What's
Are
up?
you going to be for the BILLSS?
BILLLSS, yes.
Nice.
How could you get it wrong? You're a professional on the radio.
Yeah, really. Who messes up the English language when they talk for a living?
I mean, come on.
Yes.
We're role models here.
I'm going fins up is who I'm going for, but
Really?
if I was a betting woman. But yeah, that's who I'm rooting for.
And you think the Finns are going to cover too?
No, that's who I'm rooting for. But if I was a betting woman, when I do not bet, I probably
Thanks, Franny.
would go the other way.
I rooted for Georgia.
No, I said I would go the other way if I was betting. Oh, yeah, you do root. You're so nice.
Yeah,
You are.
All right. Shut her mic off. Thanks for calling, Evan.
Evan, you're a champ. You're a peach, and you don't even have to be in a basket. So we got some news about Twitter, I think, that they want to try to make some more money.
Yeah, well, you mentioned yesterday, Jimmy, that didn't he break a record for losing the most amount of money, Elon Musk?
Oh, I feel bad for him.
It's an actual Guinness
Yes.
World Record now for the most amount of value lost.
I love it.
So now he's trying to make.
Sure you do.
He's trying to make money any way he can, and it looks like Twitter is they're considering about auctioning usernames to generate some revenue. Now, right now, this is just kind of a rumor has it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess there's a bunch of names, and that's what happened. So Musk said in a tweet that they were going to start freeing up. They had 1.5 billion usernames, noting that inactive accounts would be deleted. So after he acquired Twitter back in October, he did say that, like, listen, we have a lot of free space. These usernames have been inactive, and if you're not going to use them a certain time, then we're basically going to take them. So those usernames are, and like I said, these are reports. I don't know if this is going to be 100% happening, but they're going to auction them off. Do you think people would actually pay? I mean, I understand when it comes to, starting a website or stuff like that. But do you think people would actually pay to have certain usernames?
Yeah, for that reason. I think you just named probably the one perfect one where it'll be for a business or your own website and it matches. Right?
Maybe they wanted it and they couldn't have it because somebody else had it, and so now it's theirs. But
or they had to make a variation with like a bunch of numbers on the end. It really doesn't make much sense for their business. But if you can take it and now get rid of that, maybe. I don't know. I can see that. I think that's a very good point.
So he's just looking for any way to generate some kind of revenue right now for the company.
I'm sure over the years before he purchased it, he's got some people who work there, and maybe that was one of the things that was asked by people. Hey, can I purchase this? Can I get this? So when he came in and he started looking around of ways to make revenue besides ads, they might have said, hey, this is way.
And it does make sense, right? I don't know how much, I don't know the value of it. I don't know how much people will pay, but for those handles, because yes, you got to pay sometimes if you start a business and you want your own domain name, you're like, it's already taken. I know for the On the Rocks thing that my girlfriend and I have for events, it was, the handle was already taken. So we had like a PB. You got to find ways around it to make it your own.
Yeah.
But I guess, that does make sense. I'm just curious what you think the value of something like that would be. Like, how much would you pay for a handle that you wanted?
And I think it's like anything else. It's the individual and the money they have. If you have a lot of money and you want it, you'll pay anything because you want the name. You're not going to pay 10 times more.
I don't know.
But you'll pay for it. If you own a business and you want it, and it's got to be important to you. Some people are like, you know what? I don't care. I haven't had it this long. And he could just be reaching for straws.
And the downside to it is the fact that now you've got to rebrand yourself with a different name, regardless of whether it's one that, quote unquote, makes more sense or not. But, I mean, now you've got to
change it.
Put it back out there. You got to change it. Again, if it's a business, so you probably got, cards or whatever LLC stuff you got to deal with. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be almost a pain in the neck at that point.
I think he's just reaching, like I said. And maybe he throws it out there and maybe
I think he's throwing out all kinds of different ideas. I mean, some have been hits, some have been big misses. I mean, I think that whole check mark thing that he tried was kind of a flop. I mean, and that's not to poo-poo on the guy. I mean, obviously he's done pretty well in life.
Yeah, he crushed it.
But I don't think that was probably one of his better decisions with Twitter.
I think if he made it $2 or $1, it might have been good. I think people would have just said screw it. But we wanted $8.
The check mark?
Yeah,
the whole
maybe.
Check mark thing. Yeah.
It is the Penthouse. Want to thank everybody around the horn. Before we say goodbye, adios, buonasera. Jimmy, great job as always. Love what you do. Thanks for your help with the contest, with the blog, and your great effort every day.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis. And thank you for listening.
Franny, remember, you are a role model, so when you speak, people listen. So.
Can we tighten the ship up a little bit?
All right. I'll try to do better.
Being a hero is a tough job, but I have all the faith.
You know that.
But I have... Isn't that funny? I have all the faith in you. You're my hero every day. So God bless.
Well, God bless you. And if you go to realradio921.com/penthouse, make sure you check it out. We have what Jimmy talked about, the flight attendants breaking down the top travel mistakes. There's also a horror film that people are calling the scariest ever.
Ooh.
And then this woman went on a first date, first kiss. Homeboy bit off the tip of her tongue, and she had to go get it stitched up.
Oh, I can't imagine.
You can see her video and story.
Are they going to get married?
realradio921.com/penthouse.
First kiss.
Yes.
What did he do?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. Who would do something like that? Great show as always. Thank you guys for listening. Next is the News Junkies, then the Greek Zone, and then it's Lex and Terry. Then wake up with Pancakes and Rover. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon. Meow.
Greek, you're my favorite. 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 Greek, you're my favorite.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on our Thursday. Winds are out of the south, bringing in a little more heat, so temperatures are near 80 throughout the day. Staying mostly dry overnight with morning lows in the 50s to start your Friday. We will see some showers and clouds moving in early in the day as a cold front makes its way south across the area.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound wall. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIMO.
Why do you buckle up when you get in your truck? Maybe you do it to get home safely to your loved ones, or because you take your job as a professional driver seriously, or because you want to follow the law to stay safe. Remember, it doesn't matter how long you've been driving, or even if it's a quick trip. Wear your seatbelt to stay safe on the road. Learn more at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. That's www.sharetheroadsafely.gov. And remember to buckle up when you get behind the wheel. Paid for by FMCSA.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, where all great meals begin. If you're looking to delight your friends and family with delicious foods, then Joseph is the place. Fresh meats, produce, prepared food, catering, bakery, pizza, seafood, it's all under one roof. And 4 great locations: Boca Raton, Delray Beach, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. I don't start any day without going to Joseph Classic Market, where all great meals begin.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Big news! The 2024 election could be America's last one. That's the shocking conclusion of famed best-selling author David Horowitz. In his new book, The Final Battle, David Horowitz reveals a secret war underway in America. Democrats, woke culture, and a new generation are destroying our traditional culture and ending our freedoms. Horowitz says their plan is taking place in our schools, our churches, even in our military. This week, you need to watch David Horowitz on The Chris Salcedo Show as he reveals the real threat of Biden, Obama, the big media, and more. Horowitz names names. So tune in today to Newsmax for Chris Salcedo's special with David Horowitz. And make sure you get a copy of The Final Battle. Newsmax calls it the most important book of 2023. It's in bookstores everywhere. Or check out the free offer and save $28. Just go online to finalbattle611.com. That's finalbattle611.com to get your free copy today.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis,